You're well. Thank you. Thank. What the heck? Keep on.
I mean, technically speaking, I could do what that one D&D stream did and just do it naked, but nah.
Whoa! Like the guy narrowing his butthole.
Yo,
What?
No, it was a whole table of people, and they all were butt naked on Twitch, and they got taken down
Well,
after
yeah.
an hour and 13 minutes, I believe, is what the post on Twitter said.
That's what you call ballsy.
For real.
I mean, they were just playing D&D. They were just naked. Nothing really too explicit besides they're just,
Well, I mean, the fact that they're naked is the part that's surprising. That it took them so long to get caught for that.
they were
For
sitting
sure.
at a table, just, doing the D&D stuff.
Doing the D&D stuff. What is going on here?
doing the D and dirty.
The D and yeah.
Weird.
Why can't I hear
Yeah.
this?
Why can't you hear what?
This audio on the website.
I don't know.
On the
Oh.
website. What do you mean?
Tabletop audio.
I don't. Oh, that one site that you got.
Yeah, they got like the home page, and I'm just trying to play like little like there's the Hall of Angels, ambience and music. But when you hit play, you don't hear
Hello,
anything.
Ray.
So,
That's weird.
I don't know what all is working right now or not. It seems like some of
I
my
just
stuff's
have
not
my
working.
D&D music on YouTube pulled up, so I'm just gonna play that when the session starts. If any of you want
Okay.
to listen in and join me
Is
in
it
the music,
working?
I was
Mm,
listening there.
adventure,
That's what I was playing during the beginning of the stream.
I'm also
It's just
tuned
too
in.
laggy for me.
Yeah.
I can't.
But I was
meow
I
just
can't.
generally if you two want to join.
Did you not hear what I
I
Starship.
said?
would,
It
but I am
lags too
listening
much
to
for me.
Markiplier scream about security breach ruined DLC.
Anyway.
That's funny. Alien Starship. What the heck is this? Is there
We're waiting on
are
our
there Dungeons and
DM.
Dragons that consist of
Oh wait, I'm
alien
muted. That's why they
starship
couldn't
stuff?
hear me.
So there is a thing called Space Jammer, where you're in the astral sea, the plane beyond the mortal plane.
I see. I see.
It's basically D&D in space, but there really is
I don't know.
no quote unquote space in D&D. It's just the astral sea.
The astral realm. The astral. I see.
Yep. And there's an astral dragon that you do not want to piss off
No, I
because
would
that
want to.
thing would demolish you.
Yeah, definitely.
And there's also, debates back and forth of if you can breathe in the astral sea and all that blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Computer noises. That's pretty cool.
I'm actually thinking of incorporating the astral sea in my next D&D campaign that I
You're telling.
host.
Oh, nice.
So you're claiming that your father is the astral dragon from the astral sea, right? Is that what I'm
the
getting
heck?
at?
What is that? I can't. Pneumo. I'm not even gonna try and say that word. Let's get some rain on the roof.
Sorry that I'm muting a lot right now.
Yes,
I'm trying to eat before we start.
Marua is going to go back to the inn, and first person she sees, she's going to, she's traumatized. She just
The
absorbed a
first person
child.
she's going to see is the first person she's going to see.
So Marua absorbed a child. Who? The
Yes.
prince?
No.
No. Marua absorbed Jillian, the girl that we tried so hard to save.
Actually, that wait. Oh right, Julian, the one with the thorn whip. Right, yeah.
Yeah, the one that Cat worked so hard to save and cure and get them out.
Smiley face.
But yeah, so
your group of people all the time. I do every work. It's all for naught.
It's all right though. Marua got to level 4 because of it.
She is a
Silver lining,
part
I
of
guess.
me now.
The tavern door opens as a stranger walks in. Mm.
How you guys doing today though?
I'm doing pretty good.
Pretty good.
Just trying to finish eating real quick while I was waiting for you to get here.
Yeah, I apologize for being a little bit late today. I thought that I'd be here on time, and then whole bunch of.
I know it's the one time we all show up on time and you're late.
I know.
You
I'm just
got
like,
used
crap.
to it.
I need to finish this stuff.
It's okay. We've been talking nonsense while you've been gone.
The good type of nonsense. I hope that the type that will totally not get you killed as a D&D party.
I'm just
Mm,
cooking.
At this point, I'm sure about half our party is semi-suicidal.
Nah.
Is Cat suicidal?
No, I'm saying Marua, I could see being potentially semi-suicidal because of the whole thing with Jillian just now. Bud can be semi-suicidal because of the meow incident. And then Owen seems to be suffering from narcolepsy, so they're kind of suicidal for that.
Is that so?
Yeah, because it feels like at the end of almost every session, Owen just falls asleep. So you're developing the canon that Owen has narcolepsy.
Actually, Ellen doesn't even sleep. I just meditate. I forget for how long, like 4 hours or something like that, and then that's my rest.
Yep.
Yeah, so do
Owen
I.
just-
Hours.
Yeah.
You too lucky.
I think it's
Mhm.
about 4 hours.
Meanwhile, Marua has to sleep for 6.
I don't even know how long the requirement for cat is.
You
okay.
are
Never
at
really-
yours.
I'm the normal person who actually sleeps like a normal person.
Technically, Solaris just needs to be shoved into the sun for a while.
Oh yeah,
True.
solar.
Solar
Oh.
powered Solaris. Yes.
And then I think Thud's just dumb that doesn't matter how much sleep they get, they'll be the same. So
Imagine Thud's personality just completely 180s when they're sleep deprived.
no, it's like it's actually he's been trying to sleep the same amount as Marua this whole time, and that's the problem. When he actually gets the proper sleep, he gets some intelligence.
Little does Thud know he has -3 permanent intelligence until he gets his sleep schedule fixed.
Just trying to
Basically.
wake up with Marua every day.
I'm always tired. Can't help it.
But regardless, we start off this session with the party watching as Jack's mother runs out the kitchen after this dark cloud has been casted over them. And almost as soon as the fog cloud appears, it disappears, and Marua is nowhere to be seen. Alanis, you know that Marua has ran off somewhere, and they said that they would be back. However, the rest of the party doesn't really know this, as you're all kind of watching this scene sort of happen, where Jack's mother has leaped over the kitchen counter with a goddamn sword in her hand and is pointing it between Jack and Thud and yelling in all these different obscenities and curses at the both of them. And within just a few minutes, Jack gives a very reluctant look towards Thud and backs off and kind of walks over into the tavern's corner for a while. And then that's not where it ends, though,
Of course not.
because even though Jack is backed off and kind of started sulking underneath the stairs over here, Thud has not heard the end of it from Jack's mother, as in a language that some of you could probably pick up a couple words on. She just keeps yelling at Thud and going off on him, and then she points at the beer bottle on the ground and then back towards Jack, and you see Thud have probably what you feel like to be a small flashback to being beaten with a rolling pin at some point. And after that little bit of time has kind of passed, uh, two of the guards from the tavern come over. They grab Thud by each arm and start dragging him away. And Thud is definitely not happy about it, but he's kind of to the point where he's not fighting anymore, and he's also very, 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 very angry at Jack still. But he doesn't really seem to want to be doing anything to aggravate him. So instead, he kind of just sits in the timeout corner over here
Timeout corner.
with the two guards staring daggers at him. And also with Jack's mom staring daggers at him as she pulls up a chair and just glares at him.
Is Jack still like bleeding out from his arm?
I would assume so.
Yeah, he is. He seems to be a little bit, actually not even just a little bit. He seems to be fairly wounded. Um Even though he does have some gauze in his bag, and he's kind of taken it out and rolled it along his arm and all. He just doesn't seem to be too happy at the moment. His size has also reverted back to his normal size. He's no longer the Goliath size that he was when he was facing against Thud a few minutes ago.
Hmm.
Yeah. So Thud's in timeout. That's what I'm hearing.
Basically.
He got
okay.
wait, so he got arrested?
No, he's just in the timeout corner.
Really lax laws in this land, yeah.
Yeah, but wait, who put him in the timeout corner? Somebody did, or he just
The
Uh
guards.
mainly Jack's mom.
mainly Jack's mom? Okay.
So we've established Jack's mom is scary. Good to know.
Let
Jack's
that
mom
be
is
a
great.
lesson to all of you.
Yeah,
Nonsense in a tavern.
don't mess with them.
Elwin
Nonsense in
will,
a tavern is strictly prohibited.
Elwin is decided to. I'm gonna grab some alcohol from the bar somewhere. Some of the best alcohol I can find, the clearest, and head over to Jack with it and help maybe make sure he doesn't have wounds that need to be sanitized or cured from. So I see him wrapping his wounds with gauze. Want to make sure there's no infection.
All right.
Also,
You kind of
Also, Elwin has a side notion for heading over, wondering how he grew and what that type of power. So I'm gonna try and maybe squeeze a question in about it.
All right.
While helping Jack.
Roll a
I
perception,
accidentally
or actually no, investigation check to see if you can find uh one of the easier liquors for that
Okay,
would
okay, I see
be
what you're saying.
used. Yeah, yeah.
Perception, you said, or
Investigation. I changed it to
medicine,
investigate. So
investigate
you're
medicine,
actively
any
looking
of those.
for it.
Investigation.
Yeah.
So you just go behind the bar and grab it.
Well, I'm walking up to the bar and grabbing the nearest one. I don't know if it's behind it or maybe on the counter already. Something that obviously looks
You,
not like beer, but like a clear alcohol that will help if there's
you
one
see
there.
you see that one of the bottles that Jack had tried to steal earlier. It is a fairly kind of a straight type of alcohol. It's kind of just it's basically just medieval equivalent to vodka.
Yeah, okay, better than nothing.
Yeah.
So I head over to. Oh, somebody already moved me. Nice. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm over there. And I asked Jack about. I say, hey Jack, what was the growth that I saw earlier, and now you're not as large. I've never seen this type of power.
Jack kind of looks to the ball in your hand and then looks to you, and then he just kind of squints his eyes a little bit.
Well, no, but I obviously I hand him the bottle and ask him if he has any wounds that may need to be
He takes it, but he's
Yes.
just kind of
Hand the bottle to the kid that just chugged the whole bottle earlier and grew in size. Got aggressive.
yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, he takes the bottle without hesitation, but he also kind of like shoves it behind him a little bit, so it's kind of hidden from his mom, who like every now and then kind of peeks her head around the corner to check on him. He kind of shoves it behind his back a little bit, and then he kind of like glares back at you and kind of tries to size you up.
Well, anyways, I am sorry about Thud. I don't know what got into him. You may have pissed him off by stealing the alcohol, but I'm just trying to make sure your wounds are okay. If they need to be sanitized, use the alcohol before wrapping them.
I may be an idiot, but you're whoever Thud you called him, he
Yeah.
is a whole different class.
I would
He's
say perhaps the
calling-
class of barbarian. Wait,
he's calling me the pathetic one. When in battle, I had to save him, and in fact, he does not remember it. And in fact, he assaulted me.
I'm
Now
not like
twice.
I said. I don't know what got into him.
Whatever.
Cat knows. Cat
And,
watched it happen.
and you see Jack kind of like check around you real quick to make sure his mom isn't looking. He quickly takes the bottle out from behind his back, takes a swig of it, and then shoves it back behind his back again.
Do what you will, Jack. But I just wouldn't mess with Thud. There's no need for the drama.
Could you roll a quick perception check for me?
Sure. Another. What did I
He
roll last
flips
time?
you off.
He flips me off. I noticed he flipped another. That was investigation. Perception check. I'd say that's a decent roll.
All right. Cool. All right. So you see Jack to probably be maybe 13, 14-ish, maybe a little bit older, maybe a little bit younger, give or take a few years. Um he has this kind of like a dirty blonde blackish hair a little bit.
Okay.
He's
He looks that old until he grows again. What the hell is that shit?
you can see several runes tattooed on his arms. And thinking back on what you saw, right before the fog cloud had went up, you remember his runes glowing slightly before he used those abilities. And also you remember the runes glowing very faintly before Thud had rushed over to Marua and attacked them.
Interesting. So I'm thinking his runes control his powers somehow, some way. If both times he used some type of weird energy. Okay. Um. Okay. And if I recall, would that have anything to do with the Maelstrom in this world?
No.
As I'm thinking about it, no. Okay.
No.
Just asking.
You've heard
Okay.
of fighters with these types of abilities before, but you haven't quite seen them.
Okay. All right. So now that I recall that, okay. See. I'm experiencing strange things.
Jack kind of peers around the corner one more time to make sure his mom isn't watching. Quickly grabs a ball from behind his back, takes another swig. His mom looks around the corner as he's taking the swig, and you start hearing a whole bunch of curses coming from his mom. And she's about to get up, and then she looks at Thud, and then she grumbles something under her breath and sits back down and starts swearing underneath her breath. And Alanis, you can hear this very clearly from where you are. She's a very angry woman right now.
I mean, I really wouldn't know what to say because I would probably just think back to like my father used to do that stuff to me all the time whenever I did petty crimes.
Alanis, make a quick perception check for me as well.
Perception. Okay,
Yeah.
1 second. I'm like going back and forth in the kitchen. Okay, ready and let's roll. Ooh.
perfect. All right. So as you watch Jack's mom kind of get up for a second, you see a tattoo on the back of her neck that looks very similar to the ones that Jack has. As you've kind of been sitting at this bar watching both of these conversations, kind of
The room?
just trying to mind your own business a little bit while still trying to keep yourself in touch with everything. You've
you
kind
get
of
that
picked up on a
right,
few things
Mike?
here and there, but you can tell that that Jack's mom also has these types of runes on her.
Hmm.
She also seems to have various kind of cars and some of those sorts on her, and you can kind of get the idea from her demeanor and her straightforwardness, her boldness, that she probably used to be a former adventurer as well.
Okay. An adventurer that retired. Interesting. Mhm. I don't know. I'd probably just keep that information to myself. Until I feel a little bit closer to the group to where I can feel like it's necessary to share that.
Yeah. Is there anything that's going through Alanis's mind as they're looking in the bar and don't see Marua, even though they have told them that they would be back?
Um, I feel like some time has went by since things have been cooling down. Um, I'd finished my coffee of sugar and honey. Um, I feel like I should go find her, or at least check with everyone else too.
All right. So you're trying to get a little restless here as you're sipping on your coffee and wondering if, well, maybe you should go out the door and look for Marua, because it did get pretty heated in here. Marua seemed pretty off when they left, which, you knowing Marua, isn't much like them, even if you have been separated for a few years. So you're starting to get a little bit nervous and antsy as you're kind of eyeing the door down every now and then as you keep sipping your coffee. Meanwhile, Kat, you're kind of sitting over here at this table now with Alexander. Alexander is kind of just trying to avoid everything that's been going on here. They they just they don't want to deal
Oh,
with
you
it.
move him down a little bit more. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Cat's just equally just like done with the thud shenanigans and just kind of sitting there, just ignoring that part of the room at this point. Just like, why does he always do this?
You mean he's done this more than once?
Every time he sees that kid, he basically gets into a fight. It's part of why the fight with the lizard at the academy was so much harder, was because he fought the kid before we had to fight them.
Yep.
As you're saying that's happening.
And look who showed up
Real
from
quick, I gotta complain real quick. It's the 1 week I'm not showing up to session and everyone's on time. So I just want to say fuck y'all.
I was on time. I
Oh
was
yeah,
30 minutes
we
late.
made that comment that it's the one time everyone's on time and our DM shows up late.
Dude, that too. All right, I just wanted to. I'm still driving, or at least my wife's driving. Um, I can do D&D from the car. I'm gonna have to drive in an hour anyways. Never mind. It's all good. It's all good. I just want Thud to call Jack a little bitch in the cell. If
All
you
right.
can make that work,
You-
dude, and
you've been
I'll
sat
be
in a
chill
corner.
this
I'll
week.
do a part while you're here, real quick. So, uh, so after Jack's mom kind of sits back down in front of Thud again with her sword out and glaring at him, Thud, you just hear Thud yell out, "Yeah, Jack, you're a little bitch," and Jack's mom
God.
literally like thrusts her sword right at Thud almost straight to the chest. And
Joe, but can you roll a 1d20 for me and tell me the result?
I,
this is also the woman that beat you with a rolling pin that one time, by the way.
Yep. Yeah,
Just
I
so-
know. I know. I know.
11.
That's an 11.
11.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Thud metaphorically and just a little bit pitches his pants.
Oh god. Thud's a disgrace.
just a little dribble.
Is it noticeable though? Can people see it?
Like, I mean, I'd set the check at 17 for a perception.
Something about 17 for a perception check.
Something about a perception check.
Oh yeah, sorry, my phone locked up. Yeah, I would set something at a 17 for perception, but
If
The
anyone wants to
Solaris
try,
stare
go ahead.
intently at Thud's crotch to figure out if he pissed himself.
Once more. What was that?
Thud says it's a DC 17 to see if he pissed himself or not, if you want to do a perception check.
Okay, let's go for it. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
It even smells. Dear God.
The worst part, Kat's sitting over in the corner by Alexander and still notices it.
dang.
No,
I set the DC too low.
So wait, who? Jack pissed himself?
No, Thud.
No,
Oh.
no, Bud.
Solaris just hears like
Thud pissed himself only a little bit, but apparently everyone knows.
The drop
not
was
Solaris just
enough.
hears like a tiny little bit of water kind of just like trickle onto the floor, and he kind of assumes that's from a faucet. Meanwhile, Alanis is just staring straight at Todd and shaking their head.
you know, the worst part about this is Barua has heightened senses, so she's gonna smell that.
But she's not in the
Yeah,
bar right now, so
She's
she can't
run
smell
out.
it.
She's run out. It's all good.
When she gets back, she's gonna smell it though.
I was about to say. Wait, you can
Oh,
smell
this
it
is
through
no
your
good, dude. We're about to
shadow?
see the creation of Thud's evil arc. He's
You
about
already
to-
are on your evil arc. You've been fighting this child.
This child's a fucking
It's the
menace,
setup of
dude,
a
and he needs to be
Disney
put
of a
down
Disney
like the
villain.
dog he is.
It's a setup of a Disney villain. You're fighting a child, and you're breaking rules.
Dude, every Disney villain has has valid reasons, and they were
Disney
pushed to
villain.
do it. Gaston was just trying to save a woman from Stockholm syndrome to a beast.
Yeah. You can defend yourself better next session.
Alright, well, y'all have a great session.
Have a
Yeah,
good
take care.
trip.
I'll see y'all next week.
Enjoy the
Bye.
wedding, Thud.
I don't think we'll be doing one next week because the DM will
Fuck
be
yeah,
out.
because of Crux.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be down in California, so I don't think.
Oh, good.
So
Alright,
we'll
yeah.
probably
I'll
take the
see
week off and then
everyone
do
then
the
in
week after
2
that.
weeks.
Bye bye.
Alrighty.
Take care.
Bye.
Adios,
Stay
man.
safe.
Bye bye.
All right.
Cat's gonna hold it over his head forever now.
So will Alanis.
He just came through to call Jack a bitch.
Yep.
Yep. About checks out.
What a barbarian.
Okay. I think the last thing Kat said to Alexander was basically saying, yeah, it was part of the reason why we had an issue during the dragon fight was because Thud just got through fighting the child beforehand.
Speaking of which, I'm sorry for interrupting. Little out of character here. Question. So I saw a message about the Dragonborn in the chat, and it was a female
What?
Dragonborn, or am I confused?
The meal.
I don't know. I saw a message somewhere. Where did I see that?
Well, I know Kat
Here is the Dragonborn.
was confused
Or
as
maybe it was
Dragonborn
just
at one point.
like a meme. What is this? She's a ghost and a bitch.
Oh,
That was probably if it was by Zeth, it was probably a joke.
Yeah.
Uh,
It was
that-
just
Oh,
it was.
oh no,
Bowser.
it was Maria. Oh, and it wasn't
So-
implying that it was a female. It was just referencing that scene in the show.
Oh, I see now. I didn't watch the clip. That's my fault. Okay, I just saw the picture.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't realize it was a clip.
Yeah, the name of the clip is basically referencing what's said in the show.
Okay, word.
But yeah, it's essentially this has gone down in the tavern. That kind of pisses himself a little bit. It's noticeable. It's noticeable for at least a couple of you to pick it up, and a couple of
The
you are
Warforged
kind
is
of
blind.
cringing in your seats a little bit. And as Kat's talking with Alexander, Alexander kind of just as Kat's talking with him, he just like puts his face in his hands and rubs his temples, and he just says, "Oh, how long do you? What is? Are any of you? Well, I shouldn't say that, but are any of you normal humans? Not humans, but are any of you normal beings? Just oh." And then he puts his face in his hands again, and Cat just hear him says, "What type of adventurers have I hired?"
I mean,
re-
I'm a kobold, but I thought I was pretty normal. She just
Yeah.
like kind of muttered that to herself. I know I'm a kobold, but I thought I was normal.
Yeah, I raised my hand too to sort of answer him like, yeah, I'm normal, but I don't think he sees me because he's looking down now.
But he hears you though.
Alexander's like so like just lost right now. He kind of like waves a hand like half-heartedly in acknowledgement towards you, and just like he's just like face in his hands.
I ask you if I can commence massage protocol.
Oh god.
No.
I'm normal, but I have a massage protocol.
Yeah, yeah. It used to be my last function as a massage bot. Yeah,
No.
Oh no.
it's to relieve stress. You know, just like a back rub. That's all.
It always starts with just a back rub.
Hey
Oh,
now, hey
shut
now.
up.
Um,
This is at least supposed to be semi-friendly.
yeah, yeah. This is just because he's tense. He's having a rough time. We're trying to get his rapport back up. A little bit of good cop, bad cop. That's the bad cop.
I think that's the bad cop.
Well, there's
He's
a
a
good
loose
cop,
cannon.
there's the bad cop, and then there's the criminal.
Me.
Oh yeah, that's the criminal. Because that's currently technically arrested.
No, he's just a dumb one. He got caught.
Ah.
What's our tiefling friend doing during all this?
Oh, you mean the dwarf thing?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They're now a dwarf. They were a tiefling, but they're now
Right.
a dwarf.
Right.
Yeah,
just
they're
chilling there.
The gem, the slime gem thing.
Yeah.
Slim Jim.
Yeah, I was also curious about it, wondering if I was able to see it. If I was gonna approach it at some point soon after other people had the chance to make some moves.
Mm-hmm.
they've kind of just been sitting in that chair the entire time. They've been watching the party, and like during the fight, one or two of you probably saw them kind of just smirk a little bit, just like as if they were finding it amusing.
I mean, it was a pretty amusing thing.
Aggravating but amusing. Yeah.
So, Kat was going to ask Alexander, even though he's obviously in
right.
a depressed mental state, You seem to know of the drag. I forgot if we covered this, so tell me if we covered it already over the table. But
Yeah.
you seem to have knew who you were referencing before we even really described them when we were fighting that Dragonborn. Do you have any information on them?
They kind of look up a little bit. Take their head out of their hands. They push their hands through their hair. Take a deep breath.
This is Alexander.
Yeah, they cast disguise self on themselves, or not disguise, but they cast minor illusion on themselves again, so that way their eye bags are gone as they're doing this.
They're so tired.
They're trying to be professional, but it's not even worth the effort at this point. They all know he's exhausted, man.
And after that little bit there, he kind of just takes a deep breath and then looks at you and says, "Well, there's a lot that I'm not even really sure that I really know. Some rumor that he's not of this world, some rumor that he's not even physical. Which is why I was so stunned to hear you confirm that as well, as if he didn't have a physical form. It's just very confusing to have these details, and how so many of them have, from so many different sources, have both aligned and conflicted with each other. It's just, to a point, it's so hard to try and understand something when you have so much evidence and yet so little proof.
That's understandable. So, it. I'm not sure how much of it you would have on hand, but like not now, but be able to like get your hands on. But if there was a way to get some of these other sightings and maybe like where he's appeared, it might help, because we have, of course, our firsthand experience with him, so we can compare it to other sightings and see if there's a commonality between them. And if he has a pattern of where he hits or where he is seen to show up, then maybe we can lower where we're searching for if they are, in fact, on this plane of existence.
He kind of gives a little bit of faint nod and then just thinks for a moment and then shakes his head and then says, "I'm sorry, but like I've said before, the most that we really have is just those scales that you've used. And I'm sorry, but Jameson told me that you had also channeled magic through them."
That is, in fact, correct. I was able to use regular spells despite lacking. So, over table before I say this, are spell slots like actual in-game knowledge, like in-world knowledge, or how would I refer to that?
Um,
I mean, I believe people are. It might be common knowledge that your spell casting abilities are
yeah,
limited as far as
yeah,
energy.
I just didn't know what was actually like known in world and what would
What
I'd
would we
say
be
that
on
call
it's
it? Like
top.
magical
that's
energy
probably
or
just like that,
mana?
like most sorcerers, most people that are able to cast spells, they kind of know when they hit their limit for certain spells that they're trying to cast.
Okay, that helps me word it right. Okay, Kat would say yes. I was able to channel magics that I was already at my limit at, and successfully cast them at a greater strength through the scales.
Alexander's eyebrows like immediately shoot up at that. And then he takes another breath again, and then he's like, you never cease to amaze, just, and I don't even know if I mean that in a good way or a bad way anymore. And he kind of throws up his hands a little bit.
Do you happen to have more? I was curious about that because from what I understood from Jameson, they show up before events happen. So I wasn't sure if you had a collection of them or not.
He shakes his head a little bit and says, "No, but I'm sure that some people have them throughout the city. It's more people probably have them than they mean to. And more people probably have them whether they wish to have them or not. More people are probably trying to find answers in them than, well." Then he kind of looks off out the window for a second before he kind of turns his gaze back to you and says, "Sorry, lots of reports that I've had to make, you know."
I understand. I was hoping to try and get another one at some point just to test some things because they seem to use wild magic, of course, but I had this weird feeling when I tried to use one for a second time that I really shouldn't. And I wanted a fresh scale potentially to figure out why, if there's like a difference in energy or something.
Alexander kind of raises his eyebrow a little bit at this, and he says, "You are aware that they're basically encapsulated in wild magic, correct? Every
We
time
only got a
you
very
use them,
light
I would
explanation.
assume that you would be very heavily waging a wild effect from that."
You're probably right on it. I might have just been very lucky during our fight, and
Kind of nods a little bit, but he kind of thinks for a moment as he puts his chin in his hand for a minute and kind of looks for a second and then says, "Well, I can't stop you from trying, and at the very least we would have data for it. Just ensure that you're in a safe place to be able to cast something like that."
I would probably do it outside of the city. That way it doesn't hurt anyone.
He nods a little bit and then kind of looks around the tavern again, and then when he sees the dwarf, he kind of raises his eyebrows a little bit, and you said that that thing was created from the Dragonborn?
No. So that was a carnivorous slime type creature originally. But after we had this little cardboard cat familiar with these jeweled eyes that seemed to have brought it to life, and the little familiar died during the fight, and one of its eyes fell in the slime. And then it turned into a tiefling woman, but it seemed to have some sort of identity crisis and was not making any sense. And now it's there.
You see
Gesturing to
Alexander.
the dwarf thing.
You see Alexander take out a small notepad and start scribbling something in it. You can roll a perception or investigation check to attempt to see what is inside of this. You will have disadvantage, and it will be a fairly high check.
Okay, let's see which skill is better. It's probably the same.
As my powers of a fellow DM, I
Perception.
grant you inspiration.
Yeah, right.
Well, one was a 17, one was a nat 20. This is a sad day for me. So that would be not like that was 17 on the dice. So it'd be a 23.
Okay.
My
So
poor nat 20 carry me to victory, not anymore.
you kind of peep over his hand a little bit as it's writing, and you catch two words. And those words are crap. What were those two? Crap.
What are the words? The words have been lost to time.
Frantically running back through my notes noises.
I was about to say, just like digging through pages, they just go, what are the two?
It's just like there's nothing on the page, and you can see him like I swore I wrote something, lifting the page back up and down. Like, where is it?
I put it in like a Discord server that only I am the person in that Discord server for, and I can't find that Discord server. And
Oh no.
2 words.
The gods have deemed it not so. I cannot see these words.
And those 2 words were.
you see him scribble down what appears to be a name.
Oh great! I
First
gotta keep the
being
name.
Valeria,
Valeria. VA.
and then he scribbles down something else. And it's actually not 2 words. It's the Forgotten Plane ?
Forgotten Plain question mark.
And then he quickly snaps his notebook shut and puts it back in his pocket. And then he says, I will have to do research on this, but for your own safety, please just keep an eye on them.
Of course, we wouldn't want them to accidentally hurt someone.
He,
Though,
he kind of shakes his head a little bit and says, I'm less afraid of them hurting someone and more afraid of... Never mind, it's...
That's-
I sincerely apologize for drawing this out for so long, but as promised, your party's pay. And he hands you a pouch that is filled with 60 gold pieces that you would be assumed to divvy up among the party.
Cat's just like, thank you. And in her mind, she's like, should I keep this all? Can I trust like Thud not to spend his stuff on stupid stuff? Should I just take over his account and just keep all the gold on me and divvy it out like an allowance?
That's funny.
How are we going to divvy it out anyways? She'll have to discuss that with the party here in a minute.
All right, Solaris. This now goes back all to you for a little bit here, as you've kind of just been sitting at this table for a little bit, listening in on everything a little bit, but also kind of minding your own business. You've also at one point kind of gone up and gotten a broom and started to try and help clean up a little bit.
Yeah, how's that progress going? I think I should be. I think that's what I was doing last time. Was just kind of going to town on that blood.
Would that be like what you're still doing at the moment, just trying to mop and sweep up all the blood and
Yeah,
all the
there's a lot of wood here, and there's not a lot of varnish on it, so I figured just gonna seep in. That's not really good for business.
That's not really good for business.
all right, you've kind of just been
I also used to be a
Solace
cleaning
is the
bot
man
back
of
in the
many
day, yeah.
jobs. He was a massage bot, a janitor bot, and now a
Mhm.
paladin bot.
you've kind of just been mopping like this entire relative area, kind of, because Jack spilled a bottle over here earlier. The bottle broke. There's glass on the floor. There's blood. It's there's quite a bit, and both you and Alanis are kind of right next to a. blood.
Whoa! Somebody wrote blood with blood.
it seems haunted. Okay.
But both you and Alanis have kind of been next to each other for the time being. Both you and Alanis have kind of been next to each other for the time being, and the Tabaxi Tavern Keeper is also the Tabaxi Tavern Keeper has also come over and helped and been sweeping and
nice.
mopping and cleaning along with you here.
What a
And
nice guy.
Can I walk over to Jack?
all
So
right, you're
Jack?
gonna walk over to Jack.
Yes.
All right.
And I say, "Hey, kid, how's your wounds?"
He kind of glares at you for a moment and looks you up and down, but gives like a light shrug.
All right, I'm gonna try to do a charisma move on him. Then I'm gonna do a little like thumb trick where like I take my thumb off, but I actually take it off because I'm a robot. I'm like, hey, kid, check this out.
All right.
Where is...
For the thought of it, get inspiration.
Okay, cool. So that was that mean I get to do it twice, or?
No, you just have an inspiration die that you can use at any point before your
Oh.
next long rest, and that would be adding 1d6 to any roll
Okay.
Oh,
before
okay.
you know the result of it.
I was about to say, like, what is that for exactly?
Yeah,
To
do any
any
roll
roll.
before you know the result of it.
Okay. Keep it in
Dumb,
my,
dumb.
I'll keep it in my back pocket. But here's this thumb trick. Check this out, kid.
8. Solaris, you're rolling so
So
low
so you're like
today.
explaining. So like you're giving him a thumbs up and like then lifting your thumb up or something. Like
No,
it's an
no, you know,
extra.
like when it's like, hey, look at this, and like you like pretend like you're taking your like finger
Oh,
off,
you're actually taking it off.
but I'm actually taking it off. Be like, hey, look at this.
Okay, I see what you're
Ooh.
saying.
Just like a
Jack looks at
sickening
the
crunch
trick,
sound.
and then he looks at your hand and he says, "Dude, you're acting like I haven't seen that before. There's
Wow.
Warforged abundant in this town. There's a Warforged that my mom works with, and look, I
Wow.
appreciate it, but I just
uh, wow, jeez, you're really down in the dumps.
no, it's more just my personality, honestly. I just know how to own up to it. I'm like your big fat old friend over there.
Friend.
He's got resting bitch attitude.
That's true, isn't it? But I don't say that out loud, obviously. Wait, why is there poop back there?
What? Oh. Who wrote that? It was so it's so small.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Was that him, Jack? Was that you? Oh my god.
Hey,
Jack,
there's poop somewhere.
Jack pooped.
Yeah,
down the-
there's poop on the stairs.
Bruh. He's like a little baby.
Oh dang, there is poop there.
Dang. Said dang. Oh Lord.
I get the mop back and I say, "Ugh, they don't pay me enough for this shit."
They don't pay you at all. You don't even work here.
I should get
Just
paid
like
though,
Cat
honestly.
just screams at him across the bar. No, I'm joking.
You see the tabaxi. Hey, you know what? Hold on. Private roll.
The tabaxi says, "Screw you. That's
The
my
what?
job. Why are you taking it from me?"
You see the tabaxi, the old elderly tabaxi woman. That's kind of been taking everybody's orders and all. They after they finish up mopping the rest of the blood while you're talking to Jack, they they come over to you and they give a polite smile and say, "Now, I really appreciate you helping me. And what's your name by the chance?"
They call me Solaris. Nice to meet you. I go to give a thumbs up, but I realize I don't have my thumb attached yet, so it's just empty.
You get a little bit of a chuckle out of them as they kind of hold their paw up to their mouth a little bit, and you hear like a little bit of a raspy chuckle from underneath the paw, and they have like a warm twinkle to their eyes as they watch you and say, "Now, I don't know how long you've been adventuring for or anything, but anytime that you come to this tavern, I I will gladly offer you a free place to stay if and at least for you, and depending on the behavior of your party," and she like pointedly looks at Thud, free room for all them as well.
Maybe we should make a doghouse outside the bar and have Thud sleep in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you guys have like do you guys have
Have
a
him
shed
sleep in
out
the
back or
doghouse.
anything that we can put our friend Thud in?
Do you say that aloud,
Yeah,
actually?
yeah. Like, thanks for hospitality. I'll take you up on an offer. Yeah, Thud could really use like a nice stink shed, I think.
She laughs very loud at this, and she she uh she smiles and says, "Well, at the worst, we can always put him to work chopping vegetables in the kitchen, can't we?"
Veggies.
Put him in the freezer. Let him cool off overnight.
That seems to be something that he's good at, chopping things up. Yes, I think he'll do nicely for our new blender.
Hmm.
What,
Pretty
you gonna
good.
use him as a blender?
Just it's a bowl, like a glass bowl, and on the other side of the glass bowl, they just have like a picture of Jack's face. They slide out, and every time they want him to like chop something up, and then slide it back.
But can I negotiate though? Can I say that Thud should get paid? What's his hourly rate?
What'd you say?
I think the free room's better in
Depends
the
on the
long run.
hourly rate.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, hey, yeah, we're getting a new blender here. I mean, shouldn't he get paid though?
Oh,
God, no.
He gets paid by the blessing of staying in this place after he just committed what he did.
I don't know.
He
Can I,
doesn't
are
get
you
paid.
are you like actually asking this of them?
yeah, I don't know. Maybe I can like roll for charisma again, or should I
He
roll for
doesn't get
something
paid. The
else?
party gets paid for his services as a
Oh yeah,
blender.
we could.
Are you arguing like
They're
in his
renting us.
favor or against
Renting
his
from-
favor?
What?
No, no. For his favor, it's like, yeah, you know, like, yeah, he's staying here, but you know, he's also working here. I mean, he could get a little something, a little allowance.
He
Alright.
gets one bronze
Roll a
coin.
charisma check for me. Roll a
Charisma?
persuasion check rather. Roll a
Persuasion.
persuasion check. Yeah.
Oh, that's even better.
Why are you a
No,
persuasive person? What are these rolls? You haven't not rolled double
I have a
digits all day.
+4. I have a +4 in persuasion, and that did not.
Oh
do
my
nothing.
god. What is your rolls tonight? Like
What'd you roll? Wait, you roll?
he rolled a
physically or-
9 earlier, an 8, and then a 9 again.
Nice.
Just now. He's
For
rolled
the-
We're getting
terribly.
all the bad
Good
rolls
rolls
out
today.
now.
For the rest of the night, your rolls shall be good,
For the-
Solaris.
I say JK, haha, and I try to walk away, like shuffle away.
Okay, haha.
Yeah, haha. Just a
Tabaxi kind of the Tabaxi kind of hears this and then she's like, "Does JK mean?"
BRB. Yeah, GTG. And I try to like inch towards the entrance of the bar. And I try to like motion for the
Speaking
other people to go
gibberish,
with me.
GG, BRB.
Yeah, TTYL. Yeah,
Beep boop, beep bop, beep.
yeah. I try to like fake droid speech again.
That's
All
fine.
right. And
Beep bop.
as you're inching your way back towards the
There's a
doorway,
Warforged.
you bump into none other than Marua. And
Is
Marua,
Maria still?
would you like to describe how you're looking, what you're doing, how you're feeling, everything about how Maru is doing right now as she bursts into this tavern after what she has
Probably stop
experienced and runs right into Solaris?
Oh, nice. Maroons.
So Marua bursts in, and as she bursts in, she takes her hood off, and Solaris, for the first time, sees her face. and I've already posted what she looks like, but I'll do it again just in case people don't remember. Just- yeah, I use the artwork my friend made. There you go. Oh wait, that's the wrong Discord. That's not the right Discord.
You big
Okay.
dummy.
There you go, Raggy.
All right, here we go. This is the right Discord. This is this is gonna take a while to send this in. Okay, well she has short blue hair, and she's a Makote, so she's part cat. So she has cat ears on the top of her head, and she has light blue eyes, like light blue cat eyes, and two like triangle marks on her cheeks,
Wait, who? What?
like on each side. Marua. I just sent the art in the chat if you want to take a look.
Oh, the chat of this
The D&D
Yep.
chat.
D&D Gen chat. Let's get there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Yep. That's a cat. Really let the cat out of the bag on that one.
And she also has a somewhat long, fluffy blue tail, but that's behind her, so you probably wouldn't see that. But yeah, so she has
I
a
like
panda.
the hand wrapping.
Oh, I will tell my friend you said that, because she
Oh.
is an artist, and that will boost her confidence. If you're watching this, Kate, you're awesome.
I don't know if they would be in either of our chats, but hopefully the message gets to them if they are.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Marua comes in. She has a panicked expression on her face. And she's like panically like looking around. She sees Solaris. And then let's see. She would also see Elwyn and Alanis.
Yeah, right there.
And she's just looking between the three of them. And she grabs Solaris by the hand and pulls him over like this way. And then she'll reach over, grab Elwyn, and pull him closer to her. And then she will go to Alanis and just tap her on the shoulder and just say, Alanis? Alanis?
Hmm.
Okay. And then she'll look around at everybody. We have a problem. We have a serious problem.
What's up?
Okay.
Do I see that? Do I see that? Or is that
Well,
somebody
you're
else?
involved in it.
Right.
They pulled you closer.
No. I don't know. I'm gonna ignore it for now
Oh,
until somebody says something. But anyway,
oh, that thing coming up.
Okay. Does Marua see that?
Roll perception checks.
I'd like to know
yeah,
if I
roll
saw
perception
that too.
checks.
Because of
All
my
right.
days.
Come on, Solaris, you're gonna get a high roll for your perception.
Oops, I muted them.
Oh, there it is.
What did I get?
Elwyn
What
got
the
that
hell?
one.
Did I really get a?
Wow.
You not won it.
Oh, dude,
See, look, you got a high roll. I told you.
Yeehaw.
I saw nothing, guys. I'm blind right now. I
El-
must be. I must be
Elwyn
daydreaming.
is like totally like focused in on how Marua is looking. Like they have never seen Marua looking like this. Every
who
ounce
wrote
of their
that? That's
attention
my
is like,
idea.
what the heck happened here?
They've never seen Marua's face before, so
I have.
okay, Alanis has.
Well, I saw it now.
I think
Everybody's
Kat
seen
saw it
it.
at one
The whole
point.
world has seen it.
But yeah,
Kat's probably seen it at one point.
everybody except for Aelwyn notices the dwarf, tiefling, whatever it is, creeping
moved
closer,
above
and
the
then they
icon?
kind of just sit behind the bar, and they have a little bit of a devilish smile on their face as they're watching, and they're smirking a little bit.
Hey, this is an A, B, C, D conversation. Eat your heart out and get out of here.
Ah,
They
Damn.
kind of just give a shrug and then just walk over here. and the entire time they're like glancing and like smirking and giving like knowing looks.
Now that
They
it
know
moved
what you
again,
did at
can I
night.
roll a perception to see
Okay,
if I
so
noticed it? Now that it moved away, like it has like it's another movement. Do I notice it?
I would say
You not one
No,
to
because of
know.
my critical failure of a roll.
I would say
Whatever.
that
Yeah.
after Alana's kind of pointed this out, you would have kind of automatically noticed.
I know I rolled a 1, but
You noticed because I shoot him away.
oh, true.
okay, so Marua
Nothing.
just kind of gets low and like motions for everyone to like lean in close to her.
The dwarf
Elwin
leans
leans
in
in,
closer.
like ready for a secret.
Like
Secret gossip, gossip.
the Solaris and Alanis lean in close too.
Yes, I lean in,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Elwin is.
Okay, I think something's wrong with my darkness. I don't think the goddess Shar talked to me. I think something else is inside me and it can control me.
What?
And I
Hey
I
yo,
I absorbed someone and I
It's
got
straight nobody's getting
stronger.
their pay.
can
I
I do a
absorbed someone on the streets and like 2 people saw that. I'm going to have to probably kill them so they don't tell the guards. And I'm freaking out.
Freaking out so much you failed to make them aware that it was Jillian.
Oh yeah, so she's not saying who it was on purpose.
Can I
What's
do
even
it?
worse?
Can I do a detective? Where is it?
Oh, she's also whispering this
Investigation?
so no one that's like, far away can hear. She's like whispering like, secret,
Mm.
top secret, like,
Top secret information.
I
Doesn't tell Thud, doesn't tell Cat.
I would
Yeah.
argue that Jack might be able to hear this, so I'm gonna roll for him.
Oh,
Oh no.
Public
Yeah.
roll or private roll?
Tell him to buzz more. Buzz off.
It's gonna be a public roll.
Buzz off.
Public roll.
But she is making sure her voice is super quiet, so it's gonna be hard for him to hear.
Oh,
He
yeah.
rolled an 8.
Exactly. Buzz off.
He's kind of just like staring at his liquor, and then he keeps chugging it every now and then. He gives like an occasional glance to you, but he kind of just shrugs and like gives a look like I don't really care enough for this.
fair enough.
Okay.
So you're
So-
saying after you absorbed this person is when the loss of control started,
No. The loss of control happened
and then
when I was
you consume them.
yes, I was talking to the entity inside me, and then it took control for a little bit.
Did you
And
get a
then
name or
No, I did not get a name.
okay, shit.
But apparently they can use my shadows to create a shadow sword, and if I stab it into someone, I can absorb their essence and their body disappears and it gets absorbed into me, and I get stronger. I feel stronger now.
Hmm.
I was about to ask you how you feel after doing it. That's
As
It's
you
not-
say that, you feel a very almost in
Only
it's like
Cat
a
seems
very
to put the two
rapidly
together, but
onset
Cat doesn't know this
intense
information
nausea
yet.
just suddenly filter into the pit of your stomach as you feel almost like whatever did that is taking enjoyment from you describing this.
Oh, now I feel like I'm gonna. Oh.
Sick. The sick thing.
Can I do a divine sense check on Marua?
Detect good or
yeah.
evil.
Cool. Yeah, I'm like, damn, that looks bad. Let's see
what's a
what's going
divine
on.
sense? That sounds
Just
cool.
to detect good and evil. I don't know if it
Nice.
gives anything more than that. I sense anything affected by the hollow spell, or know the location of any celestial fiend, undead within 60 feet.
Any celestial fiend or undead, you said?
Correct.
Within 60 feet?
Correct.
Nothing.
Ooh, interesting. All right, we should go to a doctor.
And
Well,
so
since she's feeling that way, can I slide my empty cup of coffee and be like, "You're gonna spew into this"?
no, I can hold it down. Oh, Alanis
Make a
has.
constitution check for me.
Huh?
Oh God.
Oh God, no.
Oh, wait,
Wait,
what?
I get the mop ready just in case.
A Constitution or just a Constitution save? Which one?
Constitution save.
All right. Let's see. 16. Let's go.
Ooh.
You have that thing happen where you feel it literally slosh into your mouth and you have to choke it back down.
Ugh.
Ah, gross. Ah,
That was fun.
Alanis, has this happened to you before when you used your shadow powers?
No. Sim- not that I know of.
You've never absorbed person
Wait,
or anything like that?
Not to my knowledge.
Marua,
even-
did you
Didn't
get
even know that
touched by the
existed.
Dragonborn? Injured at all during the fight?
Wait, what was your question?
Did you get touched at all by the Dragonborn? He was also using the shadow, like the weird
Yeah,
transformation into.
I did get slashed by it, and it took a part of me. I think. At
I
least I
feel like there
felt
could be a
like it ripped a part
connection
of
there.
me.
All of the other people that have been experiencing maybe like when we were finding Coin's sister, and she seemed to be not in control.
As you
Um,
say that it took a part of me, you feel that same type of onset nausea kind of rise again in your stomach, and it almost feels like it's laughing at you.
Are you okay, Maru?
Nope. Nope.
You don't look okay.
Oh, I don't feel good.
All the meantime, this guy over here is kind of just smiling and smirking and giving like this all around kind of knowing look the entire time.
Hmm. Can I do like a perception if I see that?
Or do we all just know it's
Or
there
do we
now?
know it? Yeah.
I would say that everybody except for Aelwyn kind of notices it.
Hmm.
Aelwyn's not really
Even
paying
though
attention.
Alana shooted away and said something to it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's still at a distance to where you can see what Maru's face kind of looks like and those
Yeah.
actions. So I would assume yes, which is why that one is reacting the way that it is. And me personally, I would like to intimidate the crap out of this character because it's insulting. It's insulting. My friend doesn't feel good. I want to
You
spew
can
something on him.
absolutely do that in character if you have an idea of how you want to do that, go right ahead.
Oh, I don't have an idea, but let's wing it. Um. Okay, yeah, let's wing it. Alonso notices this little gremlin's looks and feels the maliciousness coming from him. She'd like to jump over the bar and make her way towards it. Um,
Roll a very light athletics check to like hop over the bar.
Can I roll a perception to see if I watch this going down? Because I feel like if Kat saw anyone jump over the bar, she's just gonna like bury her head in their hands and be like, "Oh no, not again."
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
nope.
you're
Kat's in her own world. She had a
you're able
9.
to easily hop over the bar, and you start making your way over to them.
yeah, I wanna make my way over to them and essentially grab them by their collar and be like, "What's so funny? Do you have something to say?"
They just they just kind of smile a little bit. They're like not intimidated all that much by you right now. they just smile a little bit, and then they look in your eyes for a second, and you feel a little sick to your stomach, but not too badly. And then they look back to Marua and they just chuckle a little bit, and then they look back to you and they say, "You really have no clue, do you?"
Obviously not. I wasn't there, and this is the result. Speak.
Roll intimidation.
Intimidated.
Damn.
Aren't you intimidated?
Damn it!
No.
They grab your hand, push it off of them, and they look you dead in the eyes as as you start to feel more and more uncomfortable as they speak. And they say, "Have you no clue about what this is? Honestly, it's stupidic at how your actions are so well playing right into his hands.
Whose
But then again,
hands?
I have no fair say in this. Then again, I have no quarrels against it. I have no qualms. I have nothing. Though the other parts of me might. Though this world might. I have nothing against it. But I guess you'll have to find that out at a later date. Because I'm not sticking around long enough for you to continue to mock about. So, for the time being, I bid you adieu. Because I do not want to see you." And then they just start walking out into the kitchen, completely ignoring you.
Arua, at this point, is going to jump over the counter.
All right. Roll a light athletics check for me.
Okay,
And,
Cat notices
and
Maria
this is
jump over.
where Marua face plants on the ground.
Did you
No.
roll a nat one?
Nope. I
Two.
got a
Six.
6.
2+.
So
Not that
close to
one.
that one.
You're so like frazzled and nauseous and like everything that has happened as you try to jump up onto this counter, your foot gets caught onto the ledge and you just do like a head over here, a head over heels tuck and tumble as you just roll off the side of the counter and fall off the other side. And you take
It's a counter. Come on.
I take damage from this.
1 bludgeoning damage as you fall.
Oh my god.
Oh, damn it.
All right. So
You also
after
you
my
also You also feel the nausea kind of come back as you have to like swallow back down the stuff that comes up, and it's not fun.
Marua is just gonna say inside her head, "Ah, come on, work with me here. We're stuck together. Let me feel normal for a second." And she's just gonna force herself to get up, and she's going to run into the kitchen after the dwarf.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Thing.
Oh
It
God,
takes over and you stab Alana.
19.
Man, I want to follow.
You can follow. Come on.
I want to follow. I'd like to follow. This little thing's smaller than me. I want to crush it, but only because a friend's sick and there's
was gonna
something that
follow
thing
too.
knows.
You
But I don't
start to
know.
follow them.
Everyone's just jumping over the counter now.
You start to follow them. You run into the kitchen, and then you feel the most intense wave of nausea wash over you as you suddenly just feel yourself stop in your tracks, and your mind starts to go blank a little bit. Make another wisdom saving throw for me.
Two.
Right.
Wait,
You got
At
this. You got this.
disadvantage this time.
I'm feeling that nauseousness.
Yes.
Oh gosh. And you said disadvantage this time?
Yes.
Low money, low money, low money.
5.
Why'd you say low money? You want them to roll high for this.
I don't know.
You
Actually,
put this on them. They rolled a 5 and a 10.
yeah, I mean, if you'd said that to me, that might have worked. But I got a nat 20, so
Whack.
Look at what you did.
I mean, you have no idea that my low money was not towards the DM. You have no idea that.
Well,
you feel your stomach doing knots. It starts twisting inside out. You feel like this is probably one of the most intense pains, even throughout the training that you've been through, that you've ever been in, even throughout the wars. It doesn't just feel physical, it feels almost like it's eating into your soul. You feel as though everything that is going on right now is suddenly fading away as you're being blinded by this pain. And it's not coming from something specific, it's coming from something that's inside of you, something that's been trying to manipulate you almost. It's eating at you and you feel drained.
Marua's just gonna stop
As
hitting
you
play.
lose another point from your permanent HP.
Oh, jeez.
Can
Marua,
I
you're going to have like 1 hit point soon.
Oh.
can I rush
Wait,
to
hold on. Another point of my permanent HP's gone?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
why. Hold up.
Oh,
I had
come
25
on.
max HP. Remember earlier when we first
Oh yeah,
started this mission?
you have permanent stuff
Yeah,
down.
when
Yeah.
I was like, why is my HP at 15? Because you guys were talking about like leveling up, getting higher HP, and we were talking about HP, and I was like, why is mine 15 at level 2? And then I just realized my max HP is 25, but it's changed from. I don't remember
I
why that
believe you
happened.
had 3 less because you were absorbed a good bit.
And then I don't know. It's 10. It's
I think
what,
it just didn't update properly because you probably manually changed it at some point. So it messed up the calculations.
So you think it's supposed to be at 22?
Yeah, I think you should have 22 currently.
Meanwhile, Alanis, if you're standing in the kitchen with Marua,
Mm-hmm.
you're watching Marua kind of double over in pain this entire time. You see them holding their stomach, their eyes are wide, they're panting and sweating. They are clearly in a very painful state. And this individual starts to grab their head a little bit, and they seem to start to feel some effects as well. As they grab their head and they close their eyes and shut them tight as they start grabbing their hair and trying to take deep breaths in and out, and you see their face start to morph again. And you see their face turn into one of an elf and one of a female elf that you've seen before, and you see her eyes meet yours for a second, and it's almost as if it's desperate.
Don't
It,
open the chamber of secrets.
yeah. In the state of like slight confusion, Alanis is just gonna get her stuff together and essentially try to
Hello,
grab Marua
Vermin. How are
and
you doing?
make distance away from the kitchen.
How have
with
you
her.
been? It's been a while.
I will
Marua,
have you know.
make another wisdom save for me at disadvantage again.
I will have you know. Marua is actually very, very light.
Yeah, but if you're in pain, you're gonna put your dead weight. So
7.
Yay.
You
Die.
still feel this nauseous feeling. You still
We're
feel
not even in
as if you
combat and
can't
things are
think
going
clearly.
bad.
Like every step you take, you feel like you should be in an entirely different place. But for a couple seconds, when you relapse and see your surroundings again, you feel disoriented. You're not sure whether you should be in a castle or in a field or where you should be, but every step doesn't feel like it's natural. It feels like it's sickening to you. It doesn't feel right. Nothing about this feels right. Nothing about whatever's going on feels right. Nothing about where you are feels right. Everything feels like it's in disarray and there's nothing you can do about it, and it's driving you insane from the inside out as you're trying to find a grip on reality and you just can't.
Ruth is gonna say in her head, "Make it stop."
Roll another wisdom save. This time at regular. All right. As you finally make it out of the kitchen with Alanis kind of putting their hand around you and gliding you, helping you get out of the kitchen, you start to feel a little bit better. And you're able to take a few deep breaths, and your head becomes a little bit less foggy. You still feel nauseous, but it feels better than before. And as you look back into the kitchen, you see what used to be the dwarf still clutching their hair. And now their face is completely replaced with that of a female elf with blonde, long hair as they look over to you. And they have these strikingly blue eyes and a green cloak on. And they look towards you and they seem desperate almost. Almost as if they're seeking some sort of help. As they seem to be going through something that is very similar to what you are. As you feel this connection reforming within you again towards them. This connection that hasn't necessarily faded from people. And you feel this connection almost like a web, almost like veins, kind of spreading out and connecting at different points. You're not even sure how to describe it. You're not sure if it feels natural. You're not sure how it's supposed to feel. You just feel it.
Marua is going to look at Alanis and say, "Whatever's happening to me, I am connected to that person over there."
Can I try something there, Marua? I want to see if I can help out. But I need your permission first.
Marua is just going to look in your direction, just kind of like done with everything, just like, go ahead.
All right. I want to try casting protection from evil and good and see if that does anything.
I would say that it probably lessens it to a very, very slight degree.
I'll take it.
An Advil, nice.
Magical Advil.
That's what I call the spell. Yeah, it's magical Advil.
Marua's just gonna be like, thank you.
No problem. I try to give a fist bump.
Rouge is
Across the
dying.
bar.
You're trying to fist bump them.
Marua's just on the ground, just raising her hand just to like attempt it, but just not.
You got the spirit at least.
That's what counts.
Oh
Right, let's-
yeah, and Alanis, you would know that the god that we worship in our kingdom is Shar, the goddess of, chaos and darkness and corruption. While
Are
our
we the
enemies
bad
worship
guys?
Saloon. We're, we think we're the good guys. We're the good guys.
Yeah.
Char? Char it was?
Yep, Shar.
Darkness? Corruption?
Chaos.
Like death? Like death? Like
No, just
Just
chaos.
darkness, corruption,
chaos.
right before death.
Chaos.
Yeah, Marua's just gonna lay there and just let Alanis do what she needs to do.
Console you. All I know is you can't be near that person.
Drag him out of the bar.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do like a
Like,
weekend
at least from
Bernie's.
behind the bar.
Yeah, can I get some help over here, please?
Yeah, I want to like see if there's any like shades we can put on Marua and just like weekends and Bernie's her out of there.
Yeah, I wanted to approach the tiefling creature thing. That it was. You said it was morphing again, or changing again, or something.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
It's
now.
now an elven
it's now
woman.
an elven woman with blonde hair and a green cloak.
Oh, what? Seriously?
Yep.
Okay. Do I need to make a check thing to hop over? Or am I nimble enough to just?
Yeah, make a check. I've
Oh,
been making
jeez.
everybody else do it. So.
Yeah, I understand. I just thought maybe
Where's
I was pretty
Alexander
athletic.
going?
Was it athletics or?
It was athletics.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure. Let's see what I get. Let's see what I get. I guess I'm good, right?
I guess. What is Alexander doing?
Where is it? Why didn't it pop up? Oh, there
It's
it is.
there.
It popped
it's
up.
there.
You got a 19. You did fine.
Nice.
Probably.
Nice.
Probably, maybe, unless the DM hates me.
No,
DM was
that's
just like,
actually
fuck
fall
that.
into a nat one. You fall off the table and your cracker
I'll
skull.
convert to a nat one. Okay. Makes it
Yeah, no, you easily kind of scale over the counter.
Word. Yeah, I really want to approach the what elf now? It's an elf now, blonde elf. Yes. What the hell? So seeing the blonde elf, I don't know. I kind of ask. we're in earshot, right? Where I'm at. I was just gonna ask, like, were you the tiefling dwarf thing from the
Tiefling dwarf thing.
from Meow? From Meow. I feel like you're connected to Meow. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna be outright and straightforward.
She's like holding her sides, and she like looks at you as she's heaving and sweating, and
What?
there's like no recognition in her eyes.
There's just a big old fuck you right now.
Right.
No, there like recognition is like she doesn't know what's
What
going
the hell
on.
I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Half the time, I have no idea what the hell is going on. Okay. So wait, what's going on with Marua? You guys are feeling worse now? Everybody's feeling.
Well, she's feeling worse. I'm asking for help to at least get her out of the bar area.
Yeah,
You're
I'd
asking
help
for
with
help?
that.
Okay.
Some type
I
of
don't
help.
I don't hop the bar counter though. I'll just walk around. I'll take my time. It seems like the counter is probably like the most lethal enemy we have in this session so far.
I'll go around. You said.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk around the bar. Like I saw Marua really like eat it, so I was like, yeah, I'm not
Oh
gonna
yeah. I'm
not
not
gonna
gonna
risk
try
it.
that. Not too athletic. Okay.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
All right. I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna ask. So who are you? Again, directing that question towards the now elf that was the slime box cat gem. Anyway, who are you?
Oh, I almost did that roll publicly. Whoops.
Oh,
Oh, did what publicly?
Nothing. All right.
I'm about to
What do you
attack
do?
you.
She holds her head as you say that, almost like it causes physical pain for
Oh,
her as you ask that. And her eyes kind of cloud over for a second as she looks at you, and her face just turns into one of confusion, almost like one that you would see from somebody that has Alzheimer's.
Interesting. Interesting.
It's like this person has amnesia anytime it shifts.
That's what it sounds
They're
like.
just a
It
little
does sound like that.
old. Gotta treat him like a grandparent.
I don't give a fuck about that grandparent. making everything uncomfortable.
Okay.
They've been in the
Seeing the
ward.
discomfort, I'm gonna continue to check on everybody else, see how Maru, like how's everybody else holding out.
All right.
Obviously, that person's confused, and I don't know how to handle that.
Maybe we should
And in
just
the
like restrain her, just like keep her with us so we can ask later.
in the meantime, while all this is going down, Jack has left his little corner,
Oh, he's
enjoying
gone.
his mom over here.
That's nice.
Jack is walking a little bit funny because he's you can tell that he's probably a little bit drunk. Cat, as you're as you have followed Alexander over here.
I don't know.
Looks like he wants to punch the kid in the face. However, the guards
Yes.
are like very angry with him and like holding out their weapons in front of him.
Oh, there's
And
guards now.
also, Jack's mom
There was
is
always
right
guards.
there, and Cat can definitely smell Thud pee.
Wait, hold on. Is
Cat
Marua-
already noticed it
hold on,
earlier.
Is Marua in close enough proximity to smell the pee?
You
Like, does
probably
her?
noticed it when you first came in, but you just like were like too frantic.
The P radius.
That's the okay. There we go. That's good.
So while like is Solaris and Alanis just carrying Marua over the counter?
Or
this
around the counter.
Yeah, preferably around the counter.
Yeah,
So
probably.
as you're carrying Marua, she's just gonna start sniffing the air. Just what?
I hold her nose like you don't want to. You
I
don't
would
want to
I
know.
would imagine that Marua kind of knows Stud's scent too, so she knows whose pee this is.
She's just gonna. Why do I smell Thud's pee? And she's just gonna look at Alanis.
Don't ask me. That's your friend. Let's just get you some water or something. Thing refreshing.
I just need to take a nap. A cat nap.
Sleep on the table. It's like 20 feet long, I thought.
So true.
Sorry,
Yeah, it's a
35
long-ass
feet.
table. It's a long ass
35 feet at best.
just 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 have me sit on the bench and then Maru's head will be in my lap. Or on my shoulder. Either one. That's more normal at a tavern. You can just tell people
We know which
she's
one you
had too
prefer.
much.
Marua is a lap cat, so she's just gonna go to the lap.
Oh god.
It's not even past dawn and y'all are acting like y'all drunk.
Everybody
And we're
drunk.
not.
It's not even.
I'm not even drunk. I had
I'm
coffee.
pretty sure it's close to morning, right?
It's like
it's like
dawn early morning.
By this point, it would be like probably 9 a.m. ish.
And people get drunk at 9 a.m. It's called
Word,
alcoholism.
word.
I was gonna say that's alcoholism.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Meanwhile,
Every hour, on the hour.
over with Alexander, Cat, Jack, and Jack's mother over here. There come two guards that walk into the tavern. There are, I don't have tokens for them, but just imagine two guards right here.
Mm-hmm.
They look around for a second, and then they walk over into this corner, and they look at Alexander and they say, "Sir, there's been another murder."
Oh god.
And Alexander's eyebrows kind of raise a bit, and they look at the guards and they say, "But
Guard 1 and guard 2, I see.
no, a murder. Are you certain it's a murder?" "Well, there's no body, sir. It's just, well, how do we?" And then the first guard looks at the second one. The second one says, "Well, sir, we saw a little girl kind of get, well, absorbed per se." It was one of the little girls that was at the academy that was trying to help out, and there was this. I couldn't really make him out, but there was this person that kind of just ran in and then walked up to the stall real calm like and just stabbed her. And the arm was made of fucking shadows. It was like a fucking sword of shadows. And he like holds up his arm and like waves it up and down. Like trying to show what he saw with like trying to
Weird
show what
hand
he saw,
movements.
but he's just like waving his hand in front of his arm.
All
It was
right,
a
we get it
fucking
already.
arm that was
Cat,
a
as sly as possible, is like looking towards Marua's direction now. Because a kid was murdered with and they had a shadow arm. And, well, the only shadow person other than the dragon she knows of would be Marua.
Alanis
Er-
is just going to cover Maru's ears. I'll use her body to cover her.
Marua is just avoiding all eye contact with Cat, just not looking in that direction at all.
Sir, I don't understand how it happened. It's just it was so quick. There wasn't even anything that anybody could do about it. But we still have the festival to prepare for, and I don't know. Look, the city guards council told us to come to you and ask you about it to see if we should still have the festival today because it's historical. It's important. It needs to happen today
Festival.
if it's going to happen. But do you think that's even something that's going to be able to happen now? And oh god. People would be so upset to miss the sky turtles.
The what?
Sky turtles.
Uguay in the sky?
The second the first guard kind of looks back at the second guard and says, "Yeah, I would miss those sky turtles too. Actually, they oh."
Cat,
Well,
like,
now I'm
actually
getting
aloud
myself
says
sad
sky
thinking
turtles with a
about
question.
not seeing the sky turtles.
I was like, Cat's question about the sky turtles is actually allowed. She just sounds like surprised to hear such a thing.
Wait, what'd you ask? I'm sorry.
Oh, she didn't ask anything. It was just when the first guard said, I'm gonna I don't want to miss seeing the sky turtles," or whatever they said. Cat literally did say sky turtles, like with a question aloud.
The first guy kind of like looks at you and says, "You don't know? Well, there's sky turtles and well, they only come about once every 5 years over this area of the town, and I'm getting my accents all mixed up here. I'm getting like the southern one for the first guy when he should have the kind of more British one, but it's fine.
They just are molding together as the talking is going on.
But basically, there's a man. Now I can't get it out of my head. How does a British person sound like?
Governor? I don't know.
Just say can't.
Pont.
I can't. I
So,
can't.
yeah,
I
that
can't
actually
do.
works surprisingly well. Jeez.
I forgot to tell anybody. I'm an amateur voice actress. You're welcome.
Thank you. But this
Can't.
the first god, he kind of looks towards Cat and he says, "I'm yes, there's these turtles that come through the sky, and it only happens when the sky turns purple each year, and it's really beautiful to watch them go. I watched them once as a kid, and oh, they were oh." And you see him like lower his head a little bit, and he wipes a tear away. And then he just looks towards his buddy, and he says, "Oh man, I won't want to miss that." And Alexander's looking from the two of them, and then he just goes, "There's been a murder, and you're more concerned about sky turtles."
He almost
I
choked
was-
to
I-
death. He
I
almost choked to
laughed.
death.
I couldn't like hold back the laugh.
He almost
It's
choked.
I'm chewing gum, so my gum got inhaled to the back of my throat.
Why are you chewing gum when you have to talk so much?
Do a death saving throw. Death saving throw.
A real life death saving throw.
But Alexander looks from the two of them, and he just sighs and puts his head in his hands again. And then he looks towards Jack's mummy and says, "Look, Ricky, what what do you think would be the best course of decision here? Because obviously, these two oafs really want to have this festival still going on, and I would presume that most of the town would still want to have it going on, but then again, there's the case of the murder."
Murder?
What Monty Python guards are these?
Right?
That's
You
basically what they are.
you just see like both of the guards look hopefully towards Ricky. Like equivalent to how a puppy would look at somebody when they want a treat. And Ricky just looks at them and says, "Well, look. There's been a lot that's been happening around here lately, all right? We've had disappearances, we've had murders, we've had the prince go missing, we've had that entire debacle with the royal council. There's been a
Thud.
lot that's been happening, and frankly, I'm pretty sure that the town would need something to keep it together at this point. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like it's something that we can just excuse, but if we don't have some type of positive here, I don't think that there's going to be much positives at all." She kind of sighs for a moment and then looks at Jack and says, "Well, what do you say, Jack? You and me want to be head guardsmen for that festival thing later? I mean, you and I make a pretty good team."
I feel like Thud's just gonna like scoff at Jack being a head guard.
Thud would probably look pretty pissed for a second, and then
Yeah,
Ricky would probably kind of
probably.
give him a look, and then Thud would kind of just shut up again.
It's completely opposite of what Thud would do, but he's in the timeout corner, so
He's in the
He-
timeout corner, and
Well,
someone other
Thud
than
gets
Thud's
himself a
consciousness
little
is in
bit.
control.
exactly.
I think that we have a little bit of control over this here.
Exactly, which is why the next thing I was gonna say is, you're in the timeout corner. You get what you deserve. You get it. Be a good little Thud.
Be a good little Thudin.
Ruro's
All
still
the while
questioning
this
why he
conversation
smells
has
like
been
pee.
happening, by the way, Marua, you start to gradually feel a little bit better.
Oh, thank goodness. Ruro's just taking a short rest right now.
All right.
Cat would like lightly tap Alexander and say, "If you do have the festival, I'd at least be willing to help. I don't know if you want Thud involved with anything, but the rest of our more competent members don't mind helping with guard duty, probably."
I'll help with entertainment. To replace the sky turtles.
Solaris is going to replace the sky turtle.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, I'll save the humor. You guys will save the lives.
Alexander kind of rolls this over in his head again, and looks from Cat to Solaris to the guards to Ricky. And then he gives a really fucking big sigh, and then he says, "All right, but first, who was the victim?" And he looks to the guards, and then the guards kind of look at each other, and you see their faces kind of grow a little dim for a second and say, "It was a little girl, and I believe that well, the rest of our squadron that we have available is still kind of finding out the situation, but from what we gathered before we left, her name was Jillian. And she was one of
Cat's
the-
like tail's gonna snap at the ground at like instinctual anger at hearing that it's Jillian that got hurt.
It was Jelly.
it was Jillian, and from what I've heard, they were one of the few folks that had been helping to fight off the slimes from earlier. Yeah, boss, it was I don't even know what happened still. And I'm sorry, boss. I don't mean to come off as rude or anything. And I'm talking in a jeez. I totally have all this down here. I don't mean to come off as rude or anything or disrespectful for being ignorant about the murder here, but or disappearance. I don't even know what it was still. But I mean, it's I could see how you could go either way for this type of situation here. I mean, it's almost like this was a targeted attack here, you know? You don't think that the Dragonborn came back and did that in front of all those people. I mean, everything they've done so far, other than that the Adventures Academy was pretty low down. He kind of shakes his head a little bit before kind of giving a light shrug, and then says, "Well, at least we have the captain of the guards here, right, Ricky?" And then they look towards Jack's mom, and
Jack
she
mom.
kind of she
Mom.
Jack Mom.
Jack Mom.
So it's almost as good as pocket sand. Mom.
she kind of gives a faint smile towards the guards, and you see
Ugh.
her hand kind of navigate almost subconsciously towards the hilt of her sword on her belt. And this is actually the hilt of a sword that you haven't seen her pull out before. She's used a different sword this entire time. The one that's like very plain. But Kat, you being so close to this and to Ricky right now, you feel that this sword has a very unique kind of magical energy kind of coming from it, and its handle's very ornately carved as well. Its handle is one that looks like a mockingbird almost. Without the wings. It's one that looks like a very detailed mockingbird with a raven's beak almost. It's sharper, it's pointier than usual, and as you're kind of looking at Ricky, you're seeing many scars along her face and arms that are probably from previous battles, and you could tell that this woman probably has experience to back up anything that she would like to say.
The Jack Mom.
The Jack Mom.
Could I
Wait.
possibly roll
You were
like
saying
a
earlier that
knowledge
Jack Mom looks
history
like
or
an
something to
adventurer.
see if Cat recognizes the kind of ornate symbol, or is it something Cat would not have any way of recognizing?
You can. You can. I can't guarantee that you would know it, but you can definitely roll for it.
I rolled an 18. 15 plus 3.
Make a history check at disadvantage.
So another one, or just one more roll? Like 2 more rolls or 1 more roll?
It would be 2 more rolls. That first one was like for a general consensus. This one is for like an entirely different like background.
I'm not gonna get it. Yeah, not getting it. I got a 9.
This has a very high DC too. Okay, so you see
What's
it.
wrong,
You
B,
recognize
Amity,
it
whatever your
as
name is
a
now. What's up?
mockingbird with this sharper type of beak. You've seen it in many places before. It's used sparingly, but in your experience, it's kind of been used as a ward to kind of ward off evil as that symbol.
Why are you stuck on the middle of a
Fuck
raft,
this walking mockingbird
sending
come from?
stuff in my
Sorry.
Discord, or not my Discord, by
There's
Twitch?
been like
What's up with
many
that?
different alliterations or
If I even noticed it, I don't know.
no, it's only Cat that noticed it. It's
Ah.
from Ricky's sword handle.
So it's just a kind of good luck charm in a way,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
ward, good luck ward.
Yeah, and you would know that throughout the years that with that 18 for that first roll, you know that throughout the years there's been like kind of different takes on what it means, but the general consensus, the general kind of group understanding is that it means like a kind of good symbol to ward off evil.
I say, dang, where can I get me one of those?
It'd give you better rolls.
I gotta roll for that.
No.
Oh.
I was saying it would give you better rolls. And
Oh yeah, that's true. Hey Ricky, where do I get me one of those?
I'm sure you'll be okay.
Are you actually asking that?
Yeah, you're stuck in like the middle of nowhere.
She kind of
But I'm
looks past
assuming
the
since the
guards
Coast Guard's coming,
and
it's
then
not
gives
nowhere.
gives a very light smile and says, well,
You're not going to die. You got 20 minutes.
to be honest,
it's
I'm
not
not
going to be
quite
that
sure.
long.
It's this was a relic of my grandfather's actually, and surprisingly, the blade's held up in extremely well conditions over the years. So
You will live just fine.
I'm not quite
You're
sure
okay.
where you can get one exactly like this. I know that there's blades with symbols like this engraved into the blade, but I don't think that there's any, at least that I've seen, that have this special type of quality to them that I resonate with, at least.
Can I do a
I was going to
perception see
be
if she's like lying or not?
Well, that's true. Water at
yeah,
least
you
is
can
more
roll insight.
survivable than lava.
Alright.
I was about to say, can I roll detect magic? But then I had to reread what detect magic does, and I realized it doesn't really help with what I was thinking of. I mean, yeah, it will detect if it's magical, but it won't tell me what it is, and that's what I was going to try to figure out, because you said it had a magical aura.
Yeah. You don't really get the feeling that she's lying. You feel like she's being pretty truthful.
Okay.
But yeah, you'll be
She seems like the type of
A-okay.
woman that
Just-
wouldn't really
honestly,
keep
you should probably
something
go save your
unless if it
phone
was super
battery.
serious. And even now,
Come check in on me, though,
she's
once
not
you get
really treating
saved
it
by
like
the
it's
Coast
something
Guard.
serious.
Or if things go terribly worse.
That's all I got.
Hmm.
Ricky looks at Alexander for a moment after that, though, and says, well,
You really should save your
we're
battery
going to
then.
need at least a
If
little
it's
bit
at
of time
9.
to get set up
Oh,
here.
90. Okay, not
And
as
for
bad.
me to go to the botanist for Jack again. And she kind of gives Jack a look, and Jack kind of gives Ricky a look. And
I can give
you can tell that they're
frostbite to
close as
sober
mother
him.
and son, but they definitely are like the type of mother and son couple that like they can basically say anything to each other, but they will definitely fight over it for like 5 hours.
That's annoying.
Just cast frostbite to sober him up. I'm
There you go.
joking.
But Ricky kind of like glares at Jack for a second and says, "It's fine. You just really need to
Hello
stop
back to them then.
drinking so much ale. It's worrying about me.
Sounds
for
like you were
alright?
having
You're
fun
still
if
my
you got
kid.
lost.
And though I may be
Plus, it's only a
reckless
river.
every now and then, I
You-
don't
you
want
can
you
only
to
go in
follow
one
down the same
direction.
footsteps as me into, well, you know." And then she kind of shifts her weight a little bit. Cat, make a perception check.
Okay, 1 second. I rolled a 17.
Oh.
You notice that during this entire conversation, she's kind of been shifting her weight off of her left foot every now and then when she gets a chance.
She got a crippled leg. That's going in the saved knowledge. I don't really have anything to comment directly about it. I'm not like Thud, who's just gonna be like, "Hey, why you shifting your weight off that leg, huh? Why you doing that?"
Yeah, Thud would definitely Thud noticing this, he would kind of give us a little bit of a smirk, I would assume, and probably make some type of comment about it.
But let's
That's
not
just
get into
odd.
that.
Yeah, Ricky would just probably ignore him. Like, give him a glare
Hello?
and ignore him.
I was gonna say at this point, everyone kind of just knows to ignore Thud. Hmm.
Well, we need some time to prepare at least, so festival is probably gonna at least be postponed for, say, another 2 hours while we get set up over there, especially with Jack. But as long as we have this kind party that's volunteered, I don't think that there would be any issues with us still having the
Well,
festival.
I'm sure you'll be okay. Even if the tides did switch, you just enjoy your time in the river. You know.
Oh my god.
Amen.
I should probably talk with my party and make sure everyone's on board with it. I know at least I will be, no matter what, though.
Yeah, I gotta
Cat
get
would say, like, try to smile at them, try to reassure that at least one person's gonna help.
Oh yeah, I'll get my juggling act together. I'll be there.
Solaris and his juggling.
Mm-hmm.
Marua's just gonna weakly say, "I'll help." Uh,
So
Cat just is looking at Elwyn, just like, you're in the group. Speak up.
Ricky would kind of like look at Maru for a second and say, you all right there, darling? You seem to be a little bit out of it right now."
you talking
I
about me?
am
No.
a-okay.
Marua.
Oh,
She
Marua.
needs water.
She needs some
He needs
milk.
some water.
Just
She
'cause
needs some milk.
a refreshing drink.
You
Get her
you
a-
see the second guard also kind of look towards your way, and then squint his eyes for a second before
I'm-
giving a light shrug.
I'm still covering her ears, so you better go away. I covered her ears. You know it.
It's like it's actually easier to identify her because of the cloak covering the ears, so they forgot that existed. So it's like, no ears.
Just roll with it. Just go with it.
Yeah, the second card kind of just like gives a shrug after he looks over at Marua, and Ricky does look concerned as she's looking over Marua.
Marua is just laying in Alanis' lap, just enjoying herself as much as she can.
It's catnap. Come on, relax.
Feels like shit, but enjoying themselves.
Alana's just lets it happen and still looks around. A refreshing drink would be nice. Please.
Just the tiefling comes up, pours a drink on them, and walks away.
Where's the tiefling? It's
They're
not a
still in the
tiefling
kitchen.
anymore, is it?
No, that's an
No.
elf now. That's an elf.
An elf
That elf.
now. Come on now, get it right.
No, they
Yes.
switched to the tiefling just to do that, then walk back and magically become an elf again.
Oh, okay. Out of character. Out of character
Yeah.
motives.
There
Slash.
Yep.
we go.
The old tabaxi from earlier kind of pokes their head around the bar, and you see them take some more of the special honey that you had earlier, Alanis, and kind of scoop it into a cup and mix it in with a beverage, and then they walk over to Marua and hand them the cup and say, "Here you are, darling. Are you sure you're feeling all well? This should help at least a little bit for you."
Thank you.
Why,
And
thank
Marua is
you.
just going to, without moving, just move her arm to grab the cup and bring it to her face.
Consume.
If you spill a
As
drop
we-
on my lap, I will push you off.
As you bring it to your
Roll
lips,
a handling check.
it is a very sweet and comforting taste and smell to it. It's a very warm feeling that you get inside, and it just makes you feel all warm and fuzzy.
Oh.
Yeah, don't they get a bonus till their next long rest now?
Long
No,
rest.
they get burning hands until their next rest.
Ah, that's what. I
have
forgot if it was a
burning- I have
bonus or if it
burning
was an
hands
item.
now.
No, it's an ability
Oh yeah.
No,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying I have to spell burning hands.
for the day.
Yeah, you're able to cast it once until your next rest.
Marua's going to open her eyes and just look over in the general direction of like where Cat is and all the guards and everything. Does Marua recognize those two guards as the guards that like were in the area?
You're not going to attack the guards, are you?
Oh jeez.
Maru was in a pretty like
Distraught.
distraught state when she left the bar. So I mean, you can roll to see if you would recognize them,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also a little bit unlikely that you would specifically remember some faces.
She's just gonna shrug it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been a murder.
Solaris, make me a perception check.
Uh-oh.
Righto.
Alanis, you too.
Everybody.
I don't get to make a perception check.
Marua is going to let out a small
Whoa.
purr as she
Well,
No,
what?
Solaris got an
comfortable.
18. Good job, Solaris.
Yeah. It was the
I
blessing.
was gonna
that
say, does Elwin get
Marua
to make the
gave.
same perception check, or is Elwin just out of luck?
Oblivious.
Now, I just had those two rolls specifically because they're like standing right there. But there's in case you guys don't know, there's a little window right here. Right?
It doesn't
Where?
look like a window. Oh, I see the window now.
You can see
Okay.
like shadows, yeah.
Man, I'm a big dummy. Okay, continue.
All right. All right. Alanis, you specifically would recognize this.
Mm-hmm.
You see two adult chickens just chickening about outside
Uh-huh.
with very no their feathers are kind of like obsidian in texture from a distance. You would recognize these to be magma clucks.
Oh. Okay.
Oh shit.
Good for them.
This is very odd though, because normally magma clucks live in very dense caves and they live very deep inside of them. So to see them out in the wild like this is it's very odd.
Interesting.
Yeah, we're in a little town area. That's weird. I'd just like to point out the chickens to the folks around me. They're like, what are those doing here? They're not even from this area.
Hey guys, I have a question. That still has that chicken biker jacket on him, doesn't he?
I'm pretty sure he made. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, he
still
took
has
that
it on
with
his
him.
person. Oh, okay. All right. Do. Not rolling anything. Don't worry about it.
Sure you are.
Make it also.
One of the chickens kind of like fully presses its face against the glass and like tries to look inside. Like you basically just see a chicken like, pressing its entire body and neck against this glass.
Hmm.
And you see its eyes darting around. Its eyes like fully just pressed against the glass, like its eye juice is getting all over it.
It's eye juice.
Its
Oh,
eye juice,
that's disgusting.
and it makes a few clucking noises. and then it just and then after a minute it kind of peels away from the glass and just keeps walking off. Going kind of this way ish.
What the heck? Magma clucks.
Can I ask, do these magma clucks are native to this area?
They are not. You would know that they definitely are not.
I-
It's very peculiar to have seen them at all.
I wanted to know if anyone else besides me knowing if they're native to this spot. Because I know it's not. But this, like, what, why are the chickens there? What's the point? I got a cat in my lap. Why are the chickens there?
Yeah, I'm not too happy about seeing any type of clucks.
Yeah, I got a cat in my lap. Come on.
All right, because I've experienced hyper clucks, magma clucks, something clucks.
How big are these clucks?
They're decent size.
Hmm.
I'm assuming.
They're about the size of an average chicken, maybe a little
No,
bit
these ones
larger.
are actually a little bit bigger. They're a little bit
Yeah.
meatier. They're a little bit heavier. They got a little bit more fluff to them. They got
They
more
might be
meat on
overweight.
the bone, and they seem to be a little bit more hardened. They're used to the thug life.
Oh, I asked Alanis if they're
thug life.
friendly where they're from.
On my many adventures that I've had, I've came across where they're from.
You would know that they would be extremely territorial. Like
Uh,
they almost never leave their nest. They are extremely territorial, and usually once two magma clucks meet, they do not let anybody else into their pack unless if it is their children, who they will fight to the death for.
mm.
So seeing two just magma clucks out in the open, just kind of
Looking
walk
around
around,
town.
is very, very, very unusual.
It's very unnormal.
So they
Um,
could be
That is
very powerful
weird.
allies then. We should
They're-
disguise ourselves as baby chicks. I think Cat could pass at least.
well, good
I
luck.
mean, I can literally wild shape into them if I see it once, so
Yes, this could be good. Yeah. We have new mascots.
I, I think it's too soon to adopt more mascots, don't you think?
Yeah, I
you
guess.
didn't even know the last mascot. You don't get the pain.
No, I don't. But I am aware of these actions that just happened in the past few hours or day or a couple days ago.
It was
So
yesterday.
whatever it is. No mascots. I'd kill it and eat it.
Killing it.
I guess we should
Hey.
investigate though, right? At least.
All right.
We've been in the tavern like what, all of the morning?
Yeah,
so
most of the morning. It's about time for us to go do stuff. We have 2 hours until we have to help guard,
True,
at
true.
least.
Help guard what?
Oh, gosh.
The festival.
That's
Because
right,
Cat
I
offered
told
up
you guys about
basically
that.
everyone.
So what? We're new hired arms for the festival guard.
Well, there was a murder. You know who did the murder, called
Yes,
Marua,
yes.
but Cat doesn't know, and
That's
neither
true,
does
you should
Alexander
possibly not
or
be a
anyone
murderer.
else. So they're tightening. Cat offered to tighten security,
Okay.
or to help like do some tighten security because there was just a murder.
I don't mind. It might help us get a little into the favor of this town and start figuring out what's going on with people.
Yeah,
around
we
here.
need that favor. We haven't done anything good up
Alanis
to
is
this
very
point.
impartial. She's got a cat in her lap.
Nice. You're just enjoying yourself.
I'm not enjoying myself. I'm just
Oh.
making. I'm making sure my feline friend is fine.
Oh, okay.
You don't enjoy a cat in your lap?
In real life, yes. As Alanis, eh.
Well, it's not like cat in that.
Eh.
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 Or it just makes one of those cute cat faces, just being extra cute.
That doesn't work.
No.
Denied.
I'm going to say you overstayed your welcome. Get off.
Oh. Maru will get off.
Drink your drink.
Yep.
She'll drink her
Behave.
drink. Did you guys see the sky turtles I put in chat?
I did. I really enjoy the picture that I
They
showed
look
it off
cute.
on.
I would love
WhatsApp.
to take one and turn it
Okay.
myself into one.
Well, you
Sky
just got.
turtles look
Well,
good.
technically, you just have to see the sky turtle in order to turn
Yeah,
into it.
that's why I'm sad I didn't see the magma clugs.
Turtle
I can't
doves.
turn into
They
them.
they would be a little bit too high in the
Even
like
if I was to become a
combat
baby
rating
one,
for you to really transform into them. You're not
Even-
powerful enough to transform into the mighty sky turtles.
Mm.
I feel like you just don't want to give me them just so I can't fly around.
That may partially be part of it.
It's completely part of it. Don't lie to yourself.
Well, there is that, and then you actually do need to be a certain level in order to turn into flying creatures.
Yeah, it's very true. There's certain levels to.
Yeah. Also, they
I'm
have a
sure that if I turned into something with wings and
I'm
you
sure you
chucked
could.
me off a building, I would glide at least. I might not fly, but I'll have control falling.
Maybe like a flying squirrel, the ones that can like glide for a while.
Oh, Kat, I did send you the actual sheet that I had for the hypercloak as well, because I just remembered that I have it underneath my desk.
Oh, pretty convenient.
Okay,
Really
so
cute lettering.
Marua finishes her drink, and then she's going to say, "Cat, come over here."
Cat's gonna, of course, go over and be like, yes.
Okay.
Are you feeling better now? I just realized to open Hypercluck on stream on accident. Whoops.
I want to see. I want to see.
I need to see.
Oh man.
Oh shit, I just deleted my token. I accidentally drew on top of my token. I'm like, oh, I'll just select it and delete it. And then I realized I accidentally deleted the token too. Let's move that over so I can clean it up. And yes, I guess I'm admitting to being the person who's been drawing a lot of the stuff.
I drew. No, I did some stuff too. I drew the poop up by the stairs.
Okay.
I-
The
So
cat just kind of wanders over.
once Cat gets over, Marua's like, "All right, what are we doing? What did I agree to help you with?"
Well, there was a murder, and in order to try and help the festival keep going, I offered us up to help, secure everything, just in case whoever it was is still around.
Well,
Cat,
whoever,
keep in mind, Cat does not know that Marua did this.
well, whoever did it is
And I-
very, very sad that it happened. But I will
Cat narrows her eyes at Marua saying that because she had suspicions, but Marua is now kind of confirming her suspicions.
But I will keep my eye out for any potential suspects. But after we do this job, there is something I want to talk to you about.
I think I have an idea of what it is now. Cat
Yes,
seems a
actually,
little upset
technically,
with you.
Actually, I would like to talk about it now. Did you get paid by the guy yet?
Yes, but I'm partially thinking maybe I should keep it for now until we figure out how we want to split it. Considering we have 2 new party members who joined during our last fight, along with certain people. She kind of like looks over at Thud in the corner. Might not be the best to give money to.
Well, we could, since we technically accepted the quest before they arrived, we can just split it between the original members.
Hmm. I was thinking somewhat of the same thing.
But you are right. Do not give Thud the money just yet. You have to be very specific with him and just say, don't spend it all on alcohol.
Thud needs
Yes.
people to be his piggy bank.
Because he will, and you don't want to drink. You don't want to drink Thud.
Well, unless you need it right now, I think we should probably just split it between the original members since we were the ones who took it. But if you don't need it now, I'll go ahead and keep it on me, and then we can split it up a little bit later. That way, we have more time to explain to Thud once the excitement calms down, and Jack's not on his mind.
Okay. And Ruth's just gonna put a hand on Cat's shoulder. I'm going to go to my room, take a short rest and recover. If you need me, you know, you know where to find me.
Cat would just nod, saying, "Okay, have a good rest."
And Marua's going to point over to the
Hey,
person
no
going up
slinking
the stairs.
upstairs, you little shit.
And Marua's just going to point over to the elf person sneaking up the stairs and be like, Yeah, she's Alanis. May I speak with you in private, please?
All right.
And Marua's going to grab Alanis's hand and just walk with him upstairs.
I follow.
And just head.
I partially
head
feel
over.
like Thud would see them and like try to get up to follow, just get pointy stick back in the chest, just like
Yeah,
nope,
yeah.
we're still in the timeout corner.
Thud would try to get up, and then immediately Ricky sword out right to Thud's chest. Thud sits back down.
So once we get up the stairs and then into our room, Marua's going to close the door. Oh. Okay. I'm going to rest for about an hour. But before that, can you tell me what's happened on our home planet? How's the war going? What happened after the attack on the city? Did we defend it? Did we hold the enemy back? What's going on in the war? How many years have I been gone?
I'm back from the war.
It feels like forever ago. After that last attack and you disappeared, we fought back, held back, and I felt like we were making some improvements, but it wasn't going anywhere so far.
Whoa, we're upstairs.
Nice.
So, is the war just at a standstill right now?
I don't know. There's a lot that's been going on like the past couple years. And honestly, the only thing I can remember was doing a last attack and then here. I don't know what happens after. 'Cause,
last attack.
yeah, because obviously Alanis is refusing to say something else to Marua, just to kind of keep it short.
Marua's gonna can I roll insight to see if she's like if I know that she's withholding information?
I would say that that's completely up to you and Alanis. If you want to see if Alanis is withholding information, then you can.
Or I
But
think Alanis might be saying that it's like very obvious. So I'm just if it's very obvious, maybe you don't have to roll. So that's why I was
if you as a character want to see like if Alanis is holding back anything as Marua, then yes, you can, and Alanis can like make a contested roll to if they are
oh, there
hiding.
you go. That's a good idea.
Sure,
Well-
because it's not very obvious. It's just
Okay.
I'm letting the DM know that
Okay. I
that
see.
there's information that she's deliberately holding back.
I see.
Again, this is like the first time that me and Marua have spoken in God knows how long. So she's not sure of what's going to happen. We've been separated.
But yeah, Maru, you can't make an insight check, and if you would like to contest against that, Alanis, it would probably be if you're like purposely trying to withhold information, probably deception.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna withhold some of that information.
Uh Marua will kind of just take it in for a second,
Uh-huh.
but she's just gonna trust Alanis because she is the spy master after all. And if she says things are going the way they're going, I mean, why would she lie to Marua? There's no reason for her to lie to Marua.
Okay, so you're not gonna roll. You're just trusting what was said is what was said. Okay.
Yes.
Good. Okay. Um.
And you said there was an attack. There was another attack on our capital. How did we defend it?
Not necessarily attack on our capital. There were a few little ones on the outside um of our capital. From what I can recall, our high guard pushed everything back. Um but no, an internal attack was made into their kingdom.
Oh,
Yeah,
so we hit him where it hurt.
we did. But I don't know what happened after.
Man, a lot's happened in 3 years.
That's how long you've been here?
Yeah, I've been here for 3 years.
It's it's like it's like almost 5, 10 years over at that we've been fighting since you've left.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Marua's just gonna plop herself on the bed just in disbelief. No,
Yeah.
I've been gone for 10 years. I should be in the spy corps by now. I should be a spy.
It'd be wonderful. You'd be an asset to the team. Um Alanis doesn't really feel comfortable talking about the spy core that she had. And so essentially, she tells Marua, you would have been wonderful, but I'm no longer spy master there, so I don't know. I don't
Wait,
know.
You're no longer the spy master?
Because I'm not in that realm. I'm here. I'm here, this realm with you.
Well, you came to rescue me, right? So you're gonna bring me back?
I don't know how.
Huh. So we're both stuck here.
From what I can tell. I've been looking on ways to try to find a way back. So far I don't really have much. So currently we are stuck.
Stuck.
Sheesh. You're stuck
All
with
right.
Fred. He's
Stuck with I can't get rid of him.
Well,
And if we do find a way back, do we really have to take him?
I
Little-
mean,
Your little friend.
I kind of promised I would. I mean, without me around, he kind of, you know, like a danger-prone person. He's kind of like that. Only if he's a danger-prone person to everyone around him. I don't know. Like whenever I'm around, he kind of like calms down and can focus most of the time.
Hmm.
And he's been kind of acting strange towards me in the past, I'd say, couple of weeks. Being nicer and wanting to spend time, like more time with me and stuff. I mean, we've been traveling like for at least for like 2 years together. Like, I don't know. It's just been strange. What do you make of it?
I think he holds you back. But what do I know? I don't have anybody besides you. So, if you feel that that is the right choice, if we ever leave and go home, it is on you. You take responsibility.
I think he would make a good asset for the war. You know, put him on the front lines, have him charge at the enemy.
I feel that would be disaster, but if you trust him, that's on you. I can't tell you what you can and can't do.
Well, to me, you are still my spy master, so I still will take orders from you. And Marua's is going to do like the official high guard salute to Alana, showing her respect.
She nods and salutes as well. You should rest. It's been a day.
It's been a day.
Yeah.
Or morning, whatever it is.
Yeah, just a morning. Now we're in the afternoon.
okay.
Been a day.
Meanwhile, downstairs, Elwyn, Kat, Solaris are all talking. Solaris, it seems, wants to go out for the Magma Clux. I myself want to ask Kat about visiting Coin, if 'cause that's where I was going to head to, is go see Coin, possibly ask where I could find the Cobalt that had given us Meow, and ask about the gems, get some information if we could. And it seems maybe having another Cobalt around might help a little bit.
Wow. Such a racist. No.
Such a racist.
All right. So, yeah. All right.
But I can't remember what happened with Jameson. Where?
Jameson's currently kind of locked himself away in his house from what Kat found out. So Kat
Oh.
wanted to go check on him. And Kat would probably say that to Owen that they would like to go check on Jameson first, but if he just doesn't want to talk, then they would be happy to meet up with Owen to talk with Coin and
Yeah.
her sister.
So I'm not sure exactly where the cobalt holding the cardboard boxes would be if they visit the flower shop often. Plus, I'd like to check in with see how they are doing after the whole ordeal with Coin going missing.
I'd like to check in with them too and see if Coin, I think it's Coin, it's the one that was gone, or which one's
Yeah,
gone at
Coin.
this
Meryl
point.
was
It's
the
flip flop back so much.
yeah yeah.
Whichever
Meryl
one
was
was
the other
gone,
sister.
if they remember anything about their
I still have this black
captivity.
feather cat,
Black feather?
the black scale feather thing.
Oh yeah, the 2 black scales that I used during combat. Yes.
I believe I still have mine.
No, you gave it to Kat because Kat already had one.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you said you told Kat while we were talking to Jameson in the rec room
Oh, okay.
that
Give
since
it to
Kat was already holding on to one,
That's good.
it'd
Good that I
probably
know
be
that.
best
Now I
to
know I
hold
don't
on
have it
to 2.
anymore.
Yeah.
um. Well, guys, it is 11 p.m. for me.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say
I don't
might
know
be a
if you
good
guys
spot
you
to
guys
pause.
can feel free to keep going, but I'm going to speak with Coin next session. I get on with you guys. I'm exhausted now.
Yeah,
I was saying maybe.
I was gonna say that everybody should kind of get their ideas together about what they want to do. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and honestly, I'm probably
Okay.
going to have a one-on-one session with each group here,
Oh,
or like
dude.
a
Okay.
one-on-two session for each group here, for specifically the types of things that they want to go venture out and do.
Okay. So we'll get together. I see.
Yeah,
And if I'm
so
available on those days, I'd love to just pop in and record them for brevity's sake, even if I'm not doing anything.
Word, yeah.
Yeah.
Try to keep us updated. See what's going on with, or at least is it like
Or
I
at
don't
least
need to
somewhat
record
make a
every
note of what
session,
goes
but at
on.
least update me when we get back into a session that I'm in. I don't know.
Yeah, the only reason I kind of wanted them was just for like at least like a if I'm not there, some sort of update on what goes on there. That way I can, if I make a greater timeline, I have it
True.
as
True.
like knowledge.
yeah.
That makes sense.
So basically, the way that I want to kind of set this up is everybody would kind of just DM me their free days, and then whenever I have free, I will go ahead and I'll go ahead and set up a one-on-one session or a one-on-two session, depending on like
Nice.
if you're going to be in a group with another person or if it's just going to be you. And then we will explore that plot thread or the multiple plot threads that you decide to follow during that session over about an hour and a half to 2 hours ish.
Okay.
Wowza.
Okay.
So currently, we have Kat, Elwin, Solaris, and Alanis downstairs in the like tavern. Oh, and Thud, but but he's in
Now
the corner.
Thud doesn't.
that was taken away with the guards.
Thud was
Oh
taken
wait,
to
Yeah,
he was
jail.
actually
guards.
taken. Oh, he's going to jail.
He's going to jail.
They just had him in a corner, for like timeout for like a little bit. Now he's going to jail. Okay, so we have Kat, Elwin, Solaris, and Alanis to all down down in
The bar area.
the bar area, and Marua is by herself in her room resting.
Well,
Oh, okay.
if
Going
them
to get molested probably by the thing.
Yeah. So
hopefully
the
not.
way- the way that this is gonna happen. I'm sorry if I'm being a little bit repetitive here, but basically, let's say that I do the one-on-one session with Marua. We probably start with the rest of the party being out of the tavern, doing their own thing. We don't get to see that happen with Marua, but they're doing that. I go to Marua, all right, and then we start like you wake up from your rest feeling like maybe rested and well, or maybe whatever's going through your mind at this moment. Marua gets up and out of bed, goes downstairs, and says what she wants to do, and then we go to that location so we can go ahead and play through that in that scenario. Maybe Marua would maybe like to go to a temple to see if they could contact their god or something along the lines of that, you know?
Okay.
But basically anything that you guys would like to do here before the festival starts, I would do because it sounds like maybe Kat and Aelwyn would be together for a group. And I don't know if Marua and Thud would be together for one, but I'm sure that Marua would be able to find Thud, or maybe Marua and Alanis. But uh,
Find
Or
Thud together if
Alanis
I
and
could, yeah.
Solaris.
Ah.
that's true too, because Alanis does have more experience with Hyperclux. They could help out with that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I forgot he wanted to go find the Hyperclux. I forgot all about them. I hate Hyperclux.
Or not even Hyperclux. These ones are
Magma.
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 Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate them all. Fuck 'em. Hyperclux.
Owen just has a deep-seated hatred for them. He would pursue it
For
just
all
to kill it.
Clux. All right. Good night, guys.
He's a Cluxist.
I'll
Good
pick it up
night.
Have a
next
good
time with you. I am
night.
exhausted.
Right.
Good night.
Well, actually, while you guys are still here, why do you guys make your plans? We know
Yeah.
Kat and Elwyn are probably going to be together.
Yeah, we're going to see Coin
You
and check in with the
died? That's
sisters,
so
and then
sad.
I want to ask
I'm
about
sorry
the
I'm so
cobalt
late
with
to
the boxes,
responding
like
to
I
that,
said. So.
B. I hope you're doing okay.
Yeah, and then there's Jameson that Kev wants to check up on as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which
then
I might
we
not.
have
I'm not sure if I'm gonna
I'd
go
be
with.
fine with Elwyn if Elwyn wanted to come along, or if Elwyn wanted to try to meet up with Kat after that. That's fine too.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I'd go with that or if I'd maybe go check in on my home village and check in there. Who knows? Maybe that's something I'll do. I don't know.
Wow.
Depends
You
how
can
long
travel
until
back
the.
to your home village.
Yeah, I don't know how far
I
away
don't
it
think
is.
you'd
It's not
be
that
able to
far.
travel that far in 2 hours.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait. I thought you said 2 days for the festival.
no, it's just
No,
2
2
2
hours.
hours.
Oh, you what? Somebody said in 2 days the festival. Oh no, 2 hours. Damn. So pretty much. Okay.
Pretty
Yeah,
much
we
some
don't have
short
much.
in-town stuff, and then we'll be able to do other
Alright.
stuff afterwards,
Well-
probably.
And then for the second group, we have Alanis and Solaris, and they're going after the elusive Magma Clux.
Magma Clubs, and then later on, want to check in on Thud at some point. Maybe we'll to figure out where the hell
Go
he
visit
is.
him in jail.
See if he's learned his
flatline him.
lesson. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do the what's it called, like the visitor call,
Yeah, there you go. The
Maybe
visitor
go
call
forward.
during the third. Yeah.
Point and laugh. Ask him if he learned his
Alright.
lesson.
I'll see you later, guys. Bye bye.
Later.
See ya.
Bye.
Night.
And then whatever Marua is going to do after her hour of rest.
Maybe go bust that out of jail real quick.
I mean, Maru is now a confirmed criminal, so it wouldn't be too out of her league to bust someone else out.
Yeah, I actually wasn't gonna have Thud in jail. I was probably just gonna have him kind of be toting around with the guards at the festival for a while, so that way they could keep an eye on him.
Oh, you should have him in
Ricky's just
those-
literally grabbing him by the ear and just dragging him behind them the whole time.
for the festival. He should be in like those
The stocks.
yeah, the stocks. He's got like his arm in his hands and his head through like the stock, and they're throwing tomatoes at him.
No, they try to put him in stocks, but his like wrists are too thick, so they just like put his head through, and then that's it.
Yeah, yeah, I like
He's got fat hands.
Put him on a guillotine because they couldn't fit him in the stocks, but it's just like the guillotine, but the top part's broken off with the blade, so it's just like the guillotine base.
I would imagine that basically Ricky would be just patrolling around with her and Jack, and Thud would be just pissed at Jack the entire time and wanting to get him remarks and shit, but also being paranoid about Ricky.
There's just a trail of piss from all the times you made an off-con hammock comment, and Ricky almost killed him.
So much piss in this game.
Yeah, what did I sign up for?
There's a
I
lot
mean,
of
it's
piss
one
in
way
this
for them to
episode.
find out. They would find out eventually. Usually,
Yeah,
those
what did I
types
sign up
of
for? I saw poop
relationships
and
get found, especially when you try to
and
make them
pee
secretive.
and
Blood, piss, blood, sweat, piss. Yeah.
chickens. Jeez.
Oh,
You know,
oh,
you
and
know, I
almost throw up
included a
too.
bathroom for a reason, guys. I included a bathroom.
I mean, it's at this point, it's kind of been devised that none of us have any sort of humanity in us, I guess. At least according to Alexander, where we just aren't normal.
He doesn't even
So
he doesn't even know me.
you're included in it because
No. Out of all
Yeah.
y'all, Alanis is the most sane.
now that's questionable.
You haven't
You
seen
claim to
any
come from
action.
another dimension.
A what?
You claim to come from another dimension. That sounds pretty insane.
I do come from a different dimension. But
Well, that sounds
I'm not
crazy. to
I'm not
most
fighting
people.
children.
Yeah, Alanis.
Well,
comes-
nobody's competing.
Alanis
That's
comes
not
from
insane.
another nation. She comes from the imagination.
Whack.
Wow.
I hope you choke on your gum. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
Don't take-
Kat
don't
was a
take-
little saddened by the fact that Alexander called her not normal, and she's like, "I've been nothing but polite and helpful." Yeah, I did some weird, like some suicidal actions trying to save everyone, but that doesn't make me not normal.
I mean, Marua's pretty normal.
I mean,
Maria,
so
you murdered
Gil, and
someone.
I
You're
think
not
that He
normal.
was just like very, very so out of touch and tired, and then there's just Thud that's just fighting.
Yeah. This is a good lesson to Alexander. Don't hire every adventure you see. Don't put out a ad on Craigslist and then expect everyone that shows up to be normal.
Oh yeah, that's
But,
actually in Craigslist.
But Marua probably would not go after Thud right now because she still is like he attacked
Well, she's
me.
asleep.
She also is like napping for an hour, but yeah, she's still he attacked her, and then smelling his piss. I don't know. She's just kind of like a
That's a
not
secret like marriage proposal in Marua's language.
no, not even close.
Knowing
Maru
Marua, it makes
extremely
sense.
confused and hurt, and also confused because why the fuck did Thud piss himself?
Yeah, no,
Yep.
she's hurt that her friend of 2 years attacked her just out of nowhere. But she's more confused that the fact that she smells his piss.
Like, what is he doing? Why is that a thing?
Nothing ever scares Thud. Why? What? Question mark?
But yeah, no, she's just resting. She'll regain her key on her rest, which will be useful if she needs to use it.
Useful for murdering more kids.
Is the changeling elf creature still in the kitchen?
I know
It
they
went up
up
the stairs.
They went up the stairs.
Oh,
It's
okay.
It's sitting in
Some
probably
point.
one of the tubs, waiting to attack.
I was gonna say it seems like one of those things that we should keep an eye on. That we didn't, but that's.
You
alright.
just feel something watching you from the bathroom.
I mean,
It's
I don't
in
have to
the
use
toilet.
bathroom.
Oh yeah, I want to see Solaris's art.
Of Solaris.
Yes.
Hold on. I was doing more work with it, so I was gonna add a shield. Hold on.
Just send it once you get it finished. We don't need to see it right this
I haven't
second, I
touched
don't
it in
think.
so long, but
Oh.
I'll send a progress shot because I did put a lot of work into it.
Progress.
I also want to see Alanis.
I have yet to really touch that again. I've been drawing goobersonas.
Oh,
I
I've
wanna
seen
see-
those. The goobers.
I want to see your
yeah.
persona.
Crux, I'm scared
okay,
now.
but it's not. In
What do they
character,
mean? What
it's
do the
literally
numbers
just
mean,
me.
Crux?
I wanna-
What do the
yes.
numbers mean?
I want to
Yeah,
see
get a
your
goober.
goober sona. Goober, big
I'm a goofy goober.
ears,
Yeah.
big jackets, beats.
I'm
They got their
probably gonna stop
beats.
streaming unless there's a reason for me to keep it on.
I made a goober sona of my other D&D character, Yuna.
Well, there doesn't seem to be a
Not
reason to
send
keep my stream
pictures.
on at this point because
Oh,
we're
you
basically
probably have
done
to
with
DM me.
session. I
Yeah.
appreciate everyone who came by
Oh, I see.
and have a wonderful rest of your night.
Yes, I do.